Hello, everybody. Steve coming at you, and welcome to Last Reps Baseball. Tonight should be an exciting matchup between two Japanese powerhouse baseball teams. I hope you all enjoy this and treat Freddie with all the respect he deserves. Call a good game, Freddie, and who knows, someday you may even see me in one of these games. And if you don't, you might want to come check out my channel and see what I do. You know what? But hey, let's get back to Freddie. Let's get some baseball. Let's just have a great game.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone, wherever you're at in the world. Welcome to Last Reps Baseball's live commentary of the DuPont Professional Baseball League. And tonight we are bringing you the second game in the matchup between the Fukuoka SoftBank Hawks and the Orix Buffaloes. These two teams faced off against one another last night, and the Hawks snapped their 12-game losing streak by knocking off the Buffaloes 5-0. Well, we're going to give you the starting lineups for the two ball clubs tonight, and we'll first give you that for the visitors from Fukuoka. Leading off and playing in center field, number 8 is Taisi Makihara. Batting second and playing shortstop is number 6, Kenta Imamiya. Hitting third in left field is number 3, Kensuke Kondo. Batting fourth and doing the designated hitting is number 9, Yuki Yanagita. Hitting fifth and playing first base is number 7, Akira Nakamura. Batting sixth and playing third base is number 24, Ryoya Kurihara. Batting seventh in right field is number 33, Shuma Suda. Batting eighth at second base is number 13, Masaki Momori. And batting ninth and doing the catching is number 19, Takuya Kai. And they're going to be facing the left-hander of the Buffalo staff. It'll be Hiroya Miyagi, who takes to the hill with a 6-3 record. He's worked 85 2/3 innings. He's given up 63 hits. He's walked 16 and struck out 68, and he's got an ERA of 2.42. Well, that's your starting lineup for the visitors from Fukuoka. Now your starting lineup for the home team for the Orix Buffaloes. Leading off and playing in right field is number 61, Tokumasa Chano. Batting second and playing third base is number 6, Yuma Mune. Hitting third in center field is number 67, Kai Nakagawa. The cleanup spot and doing the designated hitting is number 40, Leandro Cedeno. Batting fifth at first base is number 44, Yuma Tongu. Hitting sixth in left field is number 99, Yataro Sugimoto. Batting seventh and playing shortstop tonight is number 9, Tomoya Noguchi. Batting eighth and doing the catching is number 2, Kenya Wakatsuki. And batting ninth at second base is number 53, Sho Gibbo. Well, the ceremonial first pitch is just about to be completed, and we'll be back in just a couple of moments, but we did forget to give you the starting pitcher for the Hawks. It is going to be Carter Stewart. The American right-hander is still hunting for his first win. He's got no wins and 2 losses. He's worked 22 2/3 innings. He's allowed 19 hits, 11 walks, and 24 strikeouts. He's got an ERA of 1.99. Well, those are your starting lineups. We'll be back in just a few with all the action. Hopefully you guys can join us, whether you listen live or on delay, for all of the action here tonight. Stay with us for the entire broadcast. Hopefully we have no glitches moving into this evening. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be right back after this. It is Hawks and Buffaloes. We'll be back in 30 with all the action. Stay tuned, everybody.
This is Steve Rademacher, and I'd like to introduce you to my channel if you haven't seen it before. These are all the things I enjoy: sports, autographs, relics, non-sports Hall of Famers, pseudo-sports, Star Wars. That's my channel name and my name. And I would really appreciate it if you would come check me out and maybe even subscribe if you like it. Thank you for that for now, and back to your ball game.
Welcome back, everybody. It is Hiroya Miyagi on the hill tonight for the Buffaloes, and it'll be Taisi Makihara, Kenta Imamiya, and Kensuke Kondo to get things going here And the first pitch of the ball game is a breaking ball swung on. It is lifted into left center field. Racing over is Yutaro Sugimoto, and he makes the catch. And with one pitch, we have one away here in the top of the first inning. That'll bring up the shortstop, Kenta Imamiya. Well, defensively tonight for the Buffaloes, from left to right field, it is Yutaro Sugimoto is in left. The center fielder is Kai Nakagawa, and the right fielder is Tokumasa Chano. Around the horn from first to third, Yuma Tongu is at first. The second baseman tonight is Sho Gibbo. At short, it's Tomoya Noguchi, and the third baseman is Yuma Mune, with the battery of Miyagi and Wakatsuki. And there's a first pitch fastball delivered to Kenta Imamiya, taken for a called strike, and the count is quickly 0-1. Imamiya batting .234 on the season with 3 homers and 19 RBIs. He got the night off in last night's action as he swings at a fastball and lifts this one down the right field line. And racing over is Yuma Tongu, but he's going to watch that one drift into the temporary seating. It's going to run the count to 0-2 on Imamiya. So no balls and 2 strikes. Another sparse crowd here at the Osaka Dome tonight, as both of these two teams are going head-to-head again for the second night running. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball that misses down. A good block there by the catcher Wakatsuki. It's going to run the count to 1-2. Tonight, the Hawks are wearing their black tops with the white pants. Buffaloes have the all-white uniform on, tops and bottoms. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball swung, and this ball is lined down the left field line. If it stays fair, it's going to be trouble, and it is. It's into the corner. Digging for 2 is Imamiya. Here comes the throw, and it's not going to be in time as he slides in safely with a 1-out double here in the first inning. He is aboard, and that will bring up the center fielder, or check that, the left fielder, Kensuke Kondo. Well, for Kondo, he's batting .294. He's got 12 homers and 49 runs driven in. Batting here from the left side against the left-handed throwing Miyagi. Miyagi reaches down and he gets a lot of rosin on his hand as he's ready to go to work here to face the left-handed hitting Kondo. As he waits here on the offering. Here's the first pitch. It is a fastball swung on and it's lifted foul down the left field line. The count is quickly 0-1. Kondo in last night's ball game had a couple of base hits. He also had walked and scored a run. And he is batting here against the lefty. He's ready to go back to work as he kicks and fires. It's a slow breaking ball swung on. This ball is lifted into shallow left field. Sugimoto's underneath it. He makes the catch. And retreating back to second is the base runner, Imamiya. That's going to retire Kondo for the second out of the inning. So 2 up and 2 away here. And that's going to bring up Yuki Yanagita to the dish. Well, for Yanagita, he's batting .301 on the season. He's got 14 homers and 50 runs driven in. As he strides to the plate here to face Miyagi for the first time. As he checks the runner over at second, Imamiya, and here's the pitch. It's a fastball that misses down and away, and the count is quickly 1-0 to Yanagita. 34-year-old Yanagita has seen his numbers steadily decline over the last couple of years, but this year here, he has had a little bit of a renaissance at the age of 34. If he can maintain this for the last couple of months of the season, an added shot in the arm here. There's a fastball swung on. This is lined to the shortstop, Noguchi, who makes the catch. And that is going to do it as Yanagita is going to be down for the third out of the inning. Well, there was no runs in the inning. There was a hit, the double by Imamiya. There is no errors and 1 runner left aboard. We're now through a half inning. Your score is the Hawks 0. The Buffaloes coming to bat. Stick around, everybody. Our friend Shotgun Shell's in the house tonight. He was the first one to chat in. We're glad you're with us. We'll be right back in just a few.
Well, you got to have an ace in the hole. A little secret that nobody knows. Life is a gamble, a game we all play. But you've got to save something for a rainy day. You've got to learn to play your cards right. if you expect to win in life. Don't put it all on the line for just one roll. You've got to have an ace in the hole. Yeah.
Welcome back, everybody. Carter Stewart Jr. has completed his warm-up tosses, and we're ready to resume the action. It's going to be Tokumasa Chano, Yuma Mune, and Kai Nakagawa to come to bat. He faced the Buffaloes before the All-Star break, and it was a 3-run homer by Leandro Cedeno that was the only blemish in his 7 innings of work. One thing we did notice is Stewart from the windup was much better than he was from the stretch the other night. And he delivers a first pitch fastball at 96 miles an hour that misses up and in for ball 1, and the count is 1-0. Stewart, a 6'5" lanky right-hander, works into the windup and delivers. There's a fastball swung on, it's lifted foul. It's going to reach the seats down the left field line, and the count goes even to 1-1. The 23-year-old Chano enjoying a nice rookie campaign. He's hitting .258 on the year. He's got a homer and 20 RBIs. Batting from the left side against the right-handed throwing Stewart. There's a fastball swung on it. It is grounded over the right side. Fielded neatly by the first baseman Nakamura, who flips it to the pitcher covering. That's going to go down as a ground out, 3-1 for the first out of the inning. Stewart was a little bit slow, hesitated in getting over, and it was a nice play there by the first baseman Nakamura to flip it underhand to the pitcher covering for the first out of the inning. So 1 up and 1 away, and that'll bring up the third baseman, Yuma Mune. For Mune, he's hitting .240 on the season. He's got a couple homers and 14 runs driven in. That's from the left side here against the right-handed throwing Stewart, who rocks and delivers. It's a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted foul on the third baseline. I get a kick out of this particular umpire. Every time he throws the ball back to the pitcher, he rips the mask off. And then he lets it rip right back to the pitcher. We've got CV Baseball card collector in the house. We appreciate you for being here. There's a fastball that misses down and in, and the count goes even at 1-1. CV in the house here. I had the pleasure of having a Starbucks cold drink with him a couple of weeks ago when he was in the Vancouver area. He was on his way to an Alaskan cruise, as there's a fastball that misses down and in, and it gets away from the catcher, Kai. That runs the count now to 2-1 on Mune. If you've never been up into the British Columbia area, Canada, it is a very beautiful area at this time of the year. Although we did have a couple of days of rain. Normally the summertime, June, July, August, not much rain in these parts. Here's the 2-1. It's a fastball swung on. This ball is driven into the right center field gap on his horse, and watching it bounce off the wall is the center fielder Makihara. He's going to field it. Here comes the throw in, and Mune is going to hold with a stand-up double as he cruised in there. It looked like he might have been able to get to third if that ball would have maybe taken a strange hop, but it was well played by the center fielder Makihara. As it short hopped the wall, he picked it up on the bare hand and fired it into second. And Yuma Mune's got himself a 1-out double. So very similar like the first inning, when with 1 out, Kenta Imamiya doubled, and here the Buffaloes have done the same. CV says his oldest will now be working in Seattle for Delta. That's pretty cool. I've got a friend of mine who's going to join me in Japan who was hired by Delta last year. She used to work for Southwest. There's a first pitch breaking ball that misses up to Kai Nakagawa for ball 1, and the count is 1-0. Nakagawa batting .250 on the year. He's got 7 homers and 31 runs driven in. Here comes the 1-0. It's a breaking ball that misses down. The count now goes to 2-0. Defensively tonight for the Hawks, from left to right, it is Kondo in left, the center fielder is Makihara, and the right fielder is Masuda. Around the horn from first to third, it's Nakamura is at first. The second baseman is Mamori. The shortstop is Imamiya, and third baseman's Kurihara, with the battery of Stewart and Kai. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count now goes to 2-1 on Nakagawa. As I'm calling this game, I've got a fruit fly that's buzzing my light tower here, and it's a little bit annoying. We're having to swat it away. So 2 balls and 1 strike as Stewart leans in and gets the sign from his catcher, Kai. As he works to the set position, he checks the runner, Mune, at second. And now he kicks and delivers. It's a fastball that misses down, and the count is now 3-1. Leandro Cedeno is waiting his turn on deck. He was the one who delivered all 3 of the runs against Carter Stewart the last time these 2 ball clubs faced one another. As we said, that was right before the All-Star break when the Hawks were sporting their home teal-colored jerseys. Hopefully, we'll never have to see them again, and as part of that losing streak, maybe they'll never wear them again. There's a fastball that swung on its lifted foul down the right field line. It's going to reach the seats, and the count is 3 balls and 2 strikes now to Nakagawa. Our friend Devin asked the question, are there any outs? There's 1 gone here with the runner at second. We'll update you from that from time to time. So Mune establishes his lead at second. Carter gets the sign from his catcher, Kai. He works to the belt. He checks the runner and now delivers. It's a fastball swung on it. Is chopped slowly over to third. Fielded neatly on the backhand by Kurihara. He throws to first, but the ball gets away from the first baseman, Nakamura. Oh boy, Mune is going to advance over to third. Here comes the errors again. We saw this the other night. We're going to see if that is going to be charged to the third baseman or first baseman. I want to see that one again. It was a fastball that was down. A nice piece of hitting there by Nakagawa to fire the bat at it. Kurihara fired it across the diamond. It was in the dirt, and the first baseman, Nakamura, not able to pick it. That's going to go E5. Advances Mune over to third. So now they've got runners on the corners, do the Buffaloes, with 1 gone. That's going to bring up the designated hitter, Leandro Cedeno. And out comes Takuya Kai to flash the first and third defense. Wasn't a great throw by the third baseman, Kurihara, but in some fairness, they always tell fielders if you miss down, so the first baseman's got an opportunity to pick it. And he did not do his part in picking it there for the Fukuoka Ball Club. But E5 it is. Runners at the corners and Cedeno at the plate. He's batting .284 on the year. He's got 7 homers and 26 runs driven in. As I said before in yesterday's broadcast, I had to do a little homework on Cedeno. Never played in the big leagues. He's a 24-year-old entering the prime of his career. Spent time with the Cardinals and the Diamondback organization. Got to AAA last year with the D-backs. As that breaking ball misses down, and the count is 1-0 to Cedeno. So 1 ball and no strikes. Nice block there by Takuya Kai. Able to keep the runner at first in check. A little surprised that Nakagawa might not have had a break on that one or reading it down into the dirt. He might have had a chance to take the bag. Here's the 1-0. It's a fastball swung on and missed. Now the count goes to 1-1 on Cedeno. We'll be bringing you this game here tonight, and then we'll take a pause over the next couple of nights. We're not going to do any action on Thursday or Friday evening, but we will resume our calls on Friday night and Saturday night, which is Saturday and Sunday Japan time. There's a fastball swung on. This ball is grounded into left field for a base hit. It's going to be an RBI. That's going to drive in Yuma Mune with the first run of the ball game, and the Buffaloes now have the lead 1-0. Advancing over to second base is Nakagawa. An RBI single for Cedeno, so the beat keeps rolling on for the big fella. He has had himself a really good month of July. That is his 27th run batted in on the season. He has not been an everyday player to this point yet. But if he keeps swinging like he is now, he is sure going to force himself into this lineup long term. So Yumatagu steps to the plate. He's hitting .312 on the year. He's got 11 homers and 34 runs batted in. As Stewart works to the set position, here's the pitch. It's a fastball swung on, and it's fouled right off of the home plate umpire. The count is quickly 0-1. As we get a look at that replay again, it came right back, hit him in the chest, stood him up a little bit. This home plate umpire is one of the more active ones that we've seen. Here comes the 1-strike pitch as Stewart looks at the runner at second, and here's the offering. It's a breaking ball that just misses. The count is even at 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. We will make our announcement as far as who we're going to cover on the weekend. We'll do that in the next day or so and post that up well in advance. Here's the 1-1 pitch. It's a breaking ball swung on. This ball is lifted into deep left field. Moving back and making the grab on the warning track over the shoulder is Kondo. And he fires it back in. Retreating back to second base is Nakagawa. Oh, Tongu hit the ball hard. They had the defense in a little bit shallow. As the defense was in shallow, Kondo had to race back and make an over-the-shoulder catch. What a beautiful grab. Just in front of the warning track. And he got that one back in a hurry. So Tongu retired for the second out of the inning. That's going to leave it all up to Yataro Sugimoto. The year, he's got 11 homers and 25 runs driven in. Batting from the right side here against the right-handed throwing Stewart. And here comes the pitch. It's a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into shallow right field. Coming in and toward the foul line is the right fielder, Masuda. He's going to make the catch, and that is going to do it. But they got a run in the inning, did the Buffaloes. They had 1 run in the inning on the benefit of 2 hits. There was an error, and there were 2 runners left aboard. We are now through 1 complete. Your score is the Buffaloes 1 and the Hawks no score. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back at the call of the top of the second inning when we return right after this. Appreciate you all for being with us. Welcome back, everybody. It's going to be the 5, 6, and 7 hitters to come to bat here for the Hawks in their half of the second inning. It'll be Akira Nakamura, Ryoya Kurihara, and Shu Masuda to face the lefty Hiroya Miyagi here in inning number 2. For Nakamura, he's batting .287 on the season. He's got 3 homers and 27 runs driven in. Batting from the left side against the left-hander Miyagi, who kicks and delivers. It's a fastball that misses up and in for ball 1, and the count is 1-0. Nakamura unable to dig that ball out of the dirt. Eventually ended up costing the Hawks a run. There's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count now goes to 1-1. Full slate of games around the NPB tonight, and we will get everybody up to date on those as this game progresses along. Here's the 1-1. Let's see, breaking ball taken for a called strike, and the count now goes to 1-2. So 1-2 strikes it is here to Nakamura. There's a fastball that just misses the outside corner, and the count goes even to 2-2. It looks like it's going to be one of those nights where the home plate umpire, that pitch there was off the plate when it was received, although it's a breaking ball that just had a lot of run to it. Here's the pitch. It's a breaking ball that misses down and away, and the count now goes to 3-2 on Nakamura. There's only scoring in one other game around the NPB, and that is the Dragons have a 1-0 lead over the Bay Stars in the top of the second. Here's the pitch. It's a breaking ball swung on. This ball is lifted into shallow left field. Coming in on it is Sugimoto, but he's going to give way to the catcher, or to the shortstop, Noguchi, who's going to make the catch, and that is going to retire Nakamura for the first out of the inning. So 1 up and 1 away, and that'll bring up the third baseman, Ryoya Kurihara. Well, for Kurihara on the season, he's hitting .235, 10 homers, and 43 runs driven in. He really started the season hot, but he has cooled off at the plate since then. There's a really slow breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. That pitch dropped in at 86 kilometers an hour. It's about 52 miles an hour. There's a fastball that pours in at 92. It just misses outside. The count goes even to 1-1. So 1-1 strike it is here to Kurihara. As lefty delivers again, there's a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into left field. This time, moving over underneath it is Sugimoto. He's going to make the catch. He's going to retire Kurihara for the second out of the inning. All the putouts tonight have been in the air. 3 catches by the left fielder and 2 by the shortstop. That is going to bring up the right fielder, Shimasuda. Masuda getting the start here tonight. Batting .174 with a homer and a couple RBIs. He's only got 23 at-bats this year. As Miyagi delivers a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Miyagi is consummate pitcher who pitches backwards. In other words, he leads off with the off-speed stuff and then comes from behind with the fast stuff. There's a fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count now goes to 0-2 on Masuda. Going to be interested to see here how he's going to try to put him away. So no balls and 2 strikes. There's 2 gone here in the top of the second inning. He kicks and he delivers. There's a fastball swung on. It is grounded over to short. Noguchi fields it. He throws across the diamond. It's in time, and that is going to do it. It's a ground out 6-3 to end the inning here in number 2. Well, there were no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board as the Hawks go in order. Your score as we're moving to the bottom of the second, it is the Buffaloes 1 and the Hawks no score. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the call in just a couple of moments. Appreciate you guys for dropping in tonight, whether you listen live or on delay. It is Last Rounds Baseball's live commentary of the Nippon Professional Baseball League. Bringing it to you right after this. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be right back.
Hello? Oh, hey. Yep. I'm just sitting here listening to Freddie call another game here on YouTube. Oh, yeah, going really good. He's calling a great game. Really exciting. Lots of stuff going on. You're lucky it's commercial break right now. I got a second. Oh, yeah, of course I'm having a cold one. Oh, yeah, got plenty of videos coming up this week. You should stop in. Check them out. Leave a like, tell other people. But Freddie's coming back. I gotta go catch the game. I will check in with you later. You have a good night, buddy. Bye.
Welcome back, everybody. We're moving to the bottom half of the second inning, and it's going to be the bottom third of the batting order to come to bat for the Buffaloes to face Carter Stewart. It's Tomoya Noguchi, Kenya Wakatsuki, and Sho Gibbo. As Stewart ready to go to work, he rocks into the windup and delivers. It's a fastball that misses up and away for ball one, and the count is 1-0. Stewart, the 6'5" right-hander, making his second start consecutively against the Buffaloes. As there's a breaking ball that misses, and the count goes to 2-0. You can tell Stewart didn't like that pitch. He was a bit paused as the ball was caught. I think he thought he had enough break to get it into the zone. As I said, the umpiring the last couple of games that we've done, the last 3 games really has been really good. We've seen this home plate umpire before, and he's maybe not as consistent as some of the others. There's a fastball that is swung on. It is lifted foul. It's going to reach the seats over on the third baseline, and the count goes to 2-1 on Noguchi. Noguchi gets the start at shortstop tonight as Kentaro Kobayashi gets the night off. Here's the 2-1. It's a breaking ball that misses down. It gets all the way to the backstop. They appeal over to the third base umpire. They say he didn't go. It's going to run the count to 3 balls and 1 strike. Our friend Shotgun Shell is here. He says, if my under 6.5 goes, he goes, I'm tipping you on my PayPal, my guy. As there's a fastball that's fouled away, and the count goes to 3-2. That sounds good there, Shotgun. Under 6.5, but I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm convinced that under 6.5 is going to happen here tonight. Here's the 3-2 pitch. There's a fastball swung on and missed. Noguchi goes down on strikes for the first out. I have to say that if we get more at bats like that, then it'll be an easy under 6.5. Noguchi was blown away with that fastball. That's going to bring up the catcher, Kenya Wakatsuki. Well, for Wakatsuki, he's batting .287 on the year. He's got a couple of homers and 8 runs driven in. He's been doing the lion's share of the catching lately. No sign of Tomoya Mori anywhere. Here's the pitch. There's a slow breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count is 0-1 to Wakatsuki. Our friend Shotgun Shell says, you better start rooting for us. Yeah, I'm not sure. Just not confident in the way that Stewart is looking here. There's a fastball swung on and missed. The count goes to 0-2. Although if he keeps pitching like he does from the windup and stays out of the stretch, good things are about to happen. I've seen a number of pitchers over the course of time struggle sometimes from one as opposed to the other. Here's the 0-2. It's a fastball that bounces up to the plate. Count now goes to 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes it is to Wakatsuki. Sho Gibbo waits his turn on deck. Carter rocking into the windup. Here's the offering. It is a fastball swung on. It is popped up into shallow left field. Moving back on it is the shortstop, and that's going to be caught by Imamiya. And that will retire Wakatsuki for the second out of the inning. So 2 up and 2 away. It's going to leave it all up to the second baseman, Sho Gibbo. Well, for Gibbo, he's hitting .307 on the year. He's got no homers and 5 runs driven in. He was up in the 2-hole last night. Failed on a couple of occasions to get a sacrifice bunt down. Tonight he finds himself in the 9-hole. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball swung on. This ball is going to be lined into right field. It's going to get down for a base hit. Making the play is Masuda, and he fires it back into the infield. That is going to be a 2-out single here for Gibbo, and that'll bring up the top of the order, Takamasa Chano. Well, for Chano, he grounded out to the first baseman, or actually grounded out to the first baseman with the pitcher covering his last time up. That was to begin the ball game. 0 for 1 on the evening for the left-handed hitting right fielder. Average has slipped to .257. Here comes the first offering from Stewart, who works to the set position and now delivers a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike. Count is 0-1. I think that may have surprised Takuya Kai more than anything else. Our friend Zay says he can't stay up for the game tonight, but he hopes it's a good one. Well, maybe you'll catch it on the replay, Zay. We appreciate you for being here. We mentioned earlier we're going to take a couple of nights off as there's a fastball that's half swung on and missed. The count goes to 0-2. But Friday night North American time or Pacific time and Saturday we'll be on for games, and we'll post those up in the next day or so. I know the Fighters, I think, are one of those calls. So no balls and 2 strikes. And I know Zay is a big fan of the Fighters. Stewart fires over to first base, and getting back in time is the base runner, Gibbo. And now we're going to do it all over again. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Stewart holds to the set. There goes the runner. It is a fastball that is check swing and missed. Home plate umpire said that Chano went around, and that is going to retire the Buffaloes here in their half of the second inning as Chano's gone for out number 3. There was no runs in the inning. There was a hit, no errors, and there was a runner left aboard. Now through 2 complete innings, it is the Buffaloes won, the Hawks no score. Stick around, everybody. We appreciate you all for jumping in here tonight, whether you listen live or on delay. It's always fun to have everybody in here, especially those who keep coming back in here on the regular. Here's our friend Steve Rademacher with something a little different.
Hey guys, Steve coming back at you again. Steve Rademacher, that is. And during this intermission, let's open up a package of Garbage Pail Kids Series 4 Chrome, shall we? See what we get, then we'll come right back to the game with Freddie. Oh, very nice. I got a Ruptured Rupert. Very nice. We have a Jules Brooks to go right along with everyone's favorite Def Jeff. Sorry about the glare, but that's what Chrome do. We did get a Mosquito. You know, that's Wisconsin State bird right there. And the cracked ice is a Pinned Penny. Gotta love Garbage Pail Kids. Gotta love Freddie. Gotta love baseball. See you next time.
Appreciate you there, Steve, and the support you give to our channel. And in turn, we like to support Steve Rademacher. Be sure after the game to go check him out for his Money Money Monday Takeover Tuesday, Saturday morning cartoons, or the Sunday shoutouts. He's got something for everybody every day of the week. Well, that's going to bring up the second baseman, Masaki Momori, as he's going to lead it off here in the third inning. It's the 8, 9, and 1 hitters to face Miyagi. The first pitch is a breaking ball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Mori, Akai, and Makihara here to get things going in the top of the third. For Momori, he's hitting .262. He's got a couple of homers and 5 runs batted in. The check swings at the pitch. It is lifted in the air to the left side of the infield. Moving over underneath it is Yumamone, and he's going to make the catch. And that is going to retire Momori for the first out of the inning. It's almost an excuse me swing, and it was really weird because Momori never even really came hard out of the box. He sort of stopped and stared, and then he decided to run. So I think he thought he got more of it than what he really did. So Momori gone for the first out of the inning, and that'll bring up Takuya Kai. Of the 7 outs so far in this ball game, as we mentioned last half inning, only 1 has come on the ground. There's a first pitch breaking ball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1 to Kai. Kai batting .204 on the year with 5 homers and 26 runs driven in. As Miyagi ready to go back to work again. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball swung on and missed. The count now goes to 0-2. Have to say it's been pretty economical so far for the Buffalo left-hander. Only 25 pitches. Here with 1 gone in the third inning. He's around the zone and throws strikes. Miyagi works to the set as he gets the sign from his catcher and now delivers. It's a breaking ball that misses down and away, and the count goes to 1-2 on Takuya Kai. Miyagi is definitely not overpowering, and we've seen it here tonight where he will take a lot off some of the pitches, almost an ephus type pitch. Had one at 52 miles an hour to either, I can't remember if it was to Kurihara or Nakamura. There is a fastball that is swung on and missed, and that is going to retire Kai. He is going to be gone for out number 2. That one there, it looked like it was more of a changeup on the outside corner. Too close to take, and Kai goes down on strikes for the second out of the inning. Makihara strides to the plate, who is 0 for 1 tonight. And for Makihara, it was a fly ball to the left fielder to get the game going on the first pitch. The first pitch is delivered. It's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. That was the first strikeout in the books, recorded tonight by Miyagi. Here's the pitch. It is a fastball taken for a called strike. Count now goes to 0-2. Miyagi is not the most overpowering pitcher, but he does get in the area of 3 strikeouts per every, 3 strikeouts per every 4 innings. So that fastball misses down and away, and the count goes to 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Lefty Miyagi holds set and now delivers. It's a fastball swung on. It is chopped softly over to first. Fielded neatly by Tongu. He flips it to the pitcher covering. That's going to go down as a ground out, 3-1 for the third out of the inning. That is now 8 in a row retired by Miyagi. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left aboard. We are now moving to the bottom of the third inning. Your score is the Buffaloes 1 and the Hawks no score. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the call at the bottom of the third inning when we return after this. Appreciate you guys for staying up with us tonight. We'll be right back in just a few.
Hello, this is Eric Fox, formerly of the Oakland A's and Texas Rangers baseball teams. If you want to learn about Japanese baseball, see Coach Fred of Last Raps Baseball. If you want baseball instruction, see Coach Fred. If you want to learn about golf, do not go to Coach Fred. Fred, what kind of club is this?
At Last Raps Baseball, we know baseball.
Welcome back, everybody. We're moving to be and earned or unearned run at this point in the first inning as Yumamune came in to score the game's only run. So we'll have to look at the stat sheet after, but they had Kai Nakagawa had reached on an error to move Mune over to third, and then it was an RBI single by Leandro Cedeno that has put the Buffaloes up 1-0. So the part of the batting order that did the damage in the first inning is coming up to the plate here, and the first pitch is a breaking ball that misses up and away for ball 1. Mune, with that double in the first inning, has raised his season average to 243. He's got those 2 homers and 14 RBIs. Now he asks for time and steps out. Mune is one of those players who's very meticulous about how he stands in the box and how everything is really, really clean. Here's the pitch. It is a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count goes even at 1-1. He is always moving his feet, always smoothing out the area that's around him. Here's the 1-1 pitch. That's a breaking ball that misses down and in, and the count now goes to 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Just another note, we do also do a dual stream as this game is also going live on Twitch. So for those who are listening on Twitch, we do appreciate you guys for jumping in here as well. So 2 balls and 1 strike to Mune. Stewart delivers a fastball that is swung on and it's lifted foul down the left field line. It's going to run the count even now to 2-2. Our friend Shotgun Shell took the under 6.5. Well, as long as this game continues to progress like this could be good picks for both of us. So 2 balls and 2 strikes to Yuma Mune. Here's the pitch. It's a breaking ball taken for a called third strike. Mune was looking for something different. But he took that one there for strike number 3. He has gone for out number 1 here in the 3rd inning, and that's going to bring up the center fielder, Kai Nakagawa. Well, for Nakagawa, he is officially 0 for 1 tonight. He reached base on an error by the third baseman of the Hawks, Kurihara, back in the 1st inning. And here's the first pitch. It is a breaking ball that catches the outside corner for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike to Nakagawa. Nakagawa has been all over the batting order over the last week or so when we've seen the Buffaloes. Here's the pitch. It is a fastball swung on and it lifted foul down the right field line. The count is now 0-2. We've seen him in the 7th spot. We've seen him in the 6th spot. We've seen him in the 3 spot. If I go back into my notes, I also think he may have been in the leadoff spot for one of these games. He's definitely up and down the elevator shaft quite frequently. There's a breaking ball that misses up and in, and the count now goes to 1-2. 42 pitches so far here tonight for Carter Stewart. Maybe not as economical as he would like to be. Here comes the pitch. There's a fastball that misses down, and the count goes even to 2-2. It was 34 pitches through the first 2 innings for the American right-hander. As the Hawks brass looks on, Stewart ready to go again. He rocks into the windup. Now he kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball swung on. This is going to be grounded up the middle for a base hit. Nakagawa's got himself a 1-out single. That's the 2nd time tonight he's been on base. That is going to bring up the designated hitter, Leandro Cedeno. Well, for Cedeno, he's 1 for 1 tonight. He's got the single and driven in the only run of the ball game thus far, having himself a great month of July. The Venezuelan-born designated hitter is a big fella. And if he can continue this type of run, might be an opportunity for him to be around a long time in the NPB. When I look at Cedeno, I think of somebody like a Brandon Laird, who had come over and carved out a nice 8-year career in the NPB. There's a fastball that misses outside for a ball, and the count is 1-0. He's young enough where he could play a long time, almost like a Dayan Vissaedo for the Chinichi Dragons. Vissaedo, of course, was a Chicago White Sox first baseman, and then somebody named Jose Abreu showed up. Vissaedo got knocked out. He came right over to the NPB. There's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count now goes to 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes. Establishing his lead over at first is the base runner, Nakagawa. Cedeno waiting here on the offering from Carter Stewart. Here's the pitch. It's a breaking ball swung on and missed. Oh, Cedeno wanted to put that one into orbit as he swung through that and missed. The count's now 2-1. Some more scoring around the NPB. In the other games in the Pacific League, it is a 1-0 lead for the Lions over the Marines. That's in the top of the 4th. 0-0 between Eagles and Fighters in the bottom of the 3rd. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted down the right field line. It's slicing. It's going to get into the seats. That's going to run the count now to 2-2 on Cedeno. Every game in the Central League now has a score. The Carp have a 1-0 lead over the Swallows. That's in the top of the 3rd inning at the Mazda Stadium in Hiroshima. At the Koshin Stadium, it's 3-0 for the Tigers over the Giants. That's in the top of the 3rd. The Dragons are still hanging on to that 1-0 lead against the Bay Stars as that game is in the top of the 3rd inning at the Bantalin Dome. There's a fastball swung on. It's tapped slowly over to 3rd. Fielded by the 3rd baseman, Kurihara, who fires to 1st. Cedeno is going to be retired on a ground out 5-3. He's out for out number 2. Nakagawa has advanced safely over to 2nd. That is going to bring up the first baseman, Yuma Tongu. Well, for Tongu tonight, he is 0 for 1. He flew out to the left fielder his first time up. He bats here with 2 away and a runner at second base. The stocky right-handed hitting first baseman gets himself set in the box, and we're ready to resume the action. As Carter Stewart gets his sign from his catcher, Kai, and now he works set. Here's the pitch. It is a split finger pitch, swung on and missed. That was quickly 0-1 to Tongu. So no balls and one strike. The crowd is finally starting to show their approval. Decent sized crowd in certain aspects of the ballpark on the first baseline. Lots of Buffalo fans cheering away. There's a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into deep right field, but there's room and space. Underneath it is the right fielder Masuda. He's going to make the catch, and that is going to do it. Tongu is going to be retired for the third out of the inning. That's going to do it here for the Buffaloes in their half of the third. No runs, one hit, no errors, and nobody left the board. One runner left the board. We're now moving to the top of the fourth inning. Your score is the Buffaloes 1, the Hawks no score. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back here for the top of the fourth inning when we return after this. Appreciate you guys for being here with us tonight. Welcome back, everybody. We are now moving to the top half of the fourth inning. It is going to be Kenta Imamiya, Kensuke Kondo, and Yuki Yanagita to come to bat here to face the left-hander of the Buffaloes in Hiroya Miyagi. Miyagi has been pretty solid through his 3 innings of work. He has retired the last 8 batters he's faced. It was this man, Kenta Imamiya, who had a double back in the first inning. He takes the first pitch. Fastball up for ball 1, and the count is 1-0. Imamiya, the light-hitting shortstop for the Hawks, back in the lineup tonight after getting the night off last night. Takes a fastball upstairs for a ball, and the count goes to 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes. I have to do a double take on this one, but I do believe that these 2 teams will not be playing tomorrow night. It's a 2-game set. There's a fastball comes in at the knees, and the count now goes to 2-1 on Kenta Imamiya. Miyagi wastes very little time. He gets the ball, and he is ready to go. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball swung on, and it's going to be lifted foul down the right field line, and the count goes even to 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. The only game that goes off in the Pacific League tomorrow will feature Masahiro Tanaka against Nobumoto of the Fighters. There's a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into deep left field. Giving chase is Sugimoto, looking up, and this one is gone. A home run by Kenta Imamiya. That's a little bit unexpected. That's his second hit of the night, second extra base hit at that. But that is a solo shot here to lead off the top of the fourth inning. That's going to make the scoreline 1-1 here between the Buffaloes and the Hawks. Kenta Imamiya with a solo shot. As I said, a little unexpected there, as he is the light-hitting shortstop for the Hawks. That's home run number 4 on the year. Well, that's going to bring up the left fielder, Kensuke Kondo. Kondo, he is 0 for 1 tonight. He has flown out to left field his only time up. And here's the first pitch. It's a fastball that backs Kondo off the plate for ball 1. The count is 1-0. Tomorrow night, it is Trevor Bauer against Mejia, as he will take to the hill for the Bay Stars against the Dragons. Here's the pitch. It's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count goes even to 1-1. Sankey for the Tigers goes against Shoshi Togo of the Giants. Then it's Hiroki Takota of the Carp going head-to-head against Masanori Ishikawa of the Swallows. There's a fastball that swung on and fouled away, and the count goes to 1-2 on Kondo. But the only game of the Pacific League is Eagles and Fighters. Lions, Marines get the night off, as do the Buffaloes and the Hawks. There's a fastball that misses down. The count now goes to 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. As a reminder, we are going to be in Japan in less than 4 weeks' time. So you can follow us on our trails across that beautiful country. There's a fastball that misses down. They appeal over to the third base umpire, but they say that Kondo didn't go, and that's going to run the count full to 3-2. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. So here comes the 3-2 pitch as Miyagi kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball, swung on and missed. Kondo looked like he was going to screw himself into the ground on that one. He's gone for out number 1. That is going to bring up the designated hitter, Yuki Yanagita. Well, for Yanagita tonight, he is 0 for 1. He popped to the shortstop his first time up. I have to say, I really haven't seen a whole lot of hitting by Kondo in the games we've covered. Must be doing all the hitting when we're not watching. There's a first pitch fastball that misses down and away for ball 1. The count is 1-0 to Yanagita. Last night we had to make sure we were getting our caffeine in us to stay awake. We're going to have to do the same tonight, it looks like. There's a fastball swung on. This ball's lifted into shallow center field. That's going to get down for a base hit. As that drops in front of Nakagawa. Yanagita aboard with a single, and that'll bring up the first baseman, Akira Nakamura. So after retiring the last 8 batters to start this 4th inning, leadoff home run by Imamiya, a strikeout to Kondo, and now a single to Yanagita. Have the Hawks flapping their wings a little bit. So here comes the pours in for a called strike. The count is 0-1. Balls and 1 strike to Nakamura. Establishing his lead over at first is Yanagita. The lefty holds to the set position. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball that just misses outside. Count goes even at 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike to Nakamura. He's got an open stance, and he's very, very wide. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count now goes to 1-2. Not sure I like the way that Nakamura sets up, as he ends up diving into the pitch and staying, I'll say, closed. Looks like he could tie himself up here. Here comes the 1-2 pitch. It's a breaking ball swung on. It's grounded back to the pitcher. Miyagi goes to second for 1. Back to first. That's going to be an inning-ending double play. What a nice athletic play by the pitcher. A nice play there by Miyagi. He stabs at the ball, fields it, has the wherewithal to go to second for 1, and back to first for an inning-ending double play. That is going to do it here in the 4th inning for Fukuoka. Well, there was 1 run in the inning on the solo shot by Kenta Imamiya. There were 2 hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. We are now moving to the bottom half of the 4th inning. Your score is the Hawks 1 and the Buffaloes 1. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the call in just a couple moments. Appreciate you guys for being with us. Here's another one for that Kenta Emamiya home run. Right back after this.
Hello? Oh, hey. Yep. I'm just sitting here listening to Freddie call another game here on YouTube. Oh, yeah, going really good. He's calling a great game, really exciting, lots of stuff going on. You're lucky it's commercial break right now. I got a second. Oh, yeah, of course, I'm having a cold one. Oh, yeah, I got plenty of videos coming up this week. You should stop in. Check them out. Leave a like, tell other people. But Freddie's coming back. I gotta go catch the game. I will check in with you later. You have a good night, buddy. Bye.
Welcome back, everybody. It is our friend Titus who's in the house with us tonight, and he sends his greetings from the rising sun in Japan. We welcome you into the house there, Titus. Thank you for stopping by. It is going to be coming to bat for the Buffaloes. It'll be the 6, 7, and 8 hitters. That means Yataro Sugimoto, Tomoya Noguchi, and Kenya Wakatsuki to face Carter Stewart. The first pitch is a fastball that misses up for ball one. The count is 1-0. 51 pitches through the first 3 innings for the American right-hander. As he rocks into the windup and delivers, it's a breaking ball that misses upstairs. The count now goes to 2-0. I have to give you guys a breakdown, or at least I'm interested in the breakdown of the ball-to-strike ratio. I think Stewart is probably in the low 60s at best. Seems like he has struggled here with his pitch mix a bit. Here's the 2-0. There's a fastball that misses down, and the count now goes to 3-0. So 3 balls and no strikes to Sugimoto. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball that misses upstairs. None of those pitches were close. Sugimoto is going to get himself aboard with a leadoff walk, and that's going to bring up the shortstop, Tomoya Noguchi. Just taking a look at the balls that Stewart has thrown. Maybe he's better than I anticipated. He threw 34 pitches through the first couple innings, 12 balls and 22 strikes in innings number 1 and 2. So here comes the offering, and the first pitch to Noguchi is a fastball that misses upstairs. That's 5 in a row delivered by Noguchi, or delivered by Stewart. He hasn't been able to find the zone here yet in the last half of the 4th inning. It's a 1-1 ball game between these two clubs. Here comes the offering from Stewart. As he kicks and delivers, it's a breaking ball that just misses down and in, and the count now goes to 2-0. So 2 balls and no strikes. One would have to expect that it's going to be a tight matchup between these two clubs. The Buffaloes sitting in first place in the Pacific League. There's a fastball taken for a called strike on the inside corner. Count is now 2-1. Noguchi, I don't think, liked the call. It's a good spot there by Carter Stewart, right under the hands. So 2 balls and 1 strike as the right-hander nods in agreement. The sign delivered to him by Takuya Kai. Here comes the pitch. It's a breaking ball that misses way upstairs. The count now goes to 3-1. We noticed this the other night where Stewart would be rolling along pretty good, and all of a sudden things started to go sideways a bit. You need to be able to put up a 0 when you score a run in your half of the inning. That is for certain. He did that in the second inning. They haven't done anything since. There's a fastball swung on. This ball is lined to the first baseman, who dives to his right, makes the catch, and he wins the race back to the bag. He's going to double off Sugimoto. Oh boy, Noguchi hit that one on the screws. Hit that right to the third baseman for the first out, as he had to dive to his right. And then Yataro Sugimoto didn't freeze. He took a couple of steps going the wrong way. It was easy for the first baseman, Nakamura, to come back and step on the base. That's going to retire Noguchi for the first out of the inning, and Sugimoto is gone for out number 2. That's going to leave it all up to the catcher, Kenya Wakatsuki. Well, for Wakatsuki tonight, he is 0 for 1. He had popped to short his first time up. There is a fastball that just misses for ball 1, as it was just down and in. Wakatsuki batting from the right side against the righty Stewart, who delivers a fastball that's taken for a called strike. The count is 1-1. Our friend Shotgun Shell says, bam, yeah, that was a ball that was hit hard right to the glove, and fortunate that they had the base runner moving a little bit too much. There's a breaking ball that is swung on and missed. The count now goes to 1-2 on Wakatsuki. The last breaking ball was interesting. It looked like it was going to be a 12-6. Actually had some right to left movement on it. There's a fastball that misses up. Count goes now to 2-2. Our friend Louis, I always forget if it's Louis or Lewis. He says it was a great play by Nakamura. For sure it was. And good morning to you. We welcome you to the stream. There's a breaking ball that is swung on and missed. And that is going to retire Wakatsuki for the third out of the inning. And that will do it here for the Buffaloes in their half of the fourth. No runs in the inning. There were no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board. We are now through 4 complete. Your score is the Hawks 1 and the Buffaloes 1. Stick around, everybody. We'll be back with the call at the top of the 5th inning when we return. Thanks, everybody, for joining us here today. Whether you listen live or on delay, it's always great to have everybody in here with us. We'll be right back after this.
Hello, guys. Thank you for joining Freddie here on his baseball game. And I'm Steve Rademacher, and my channel is really all about everybody, including all my international friends. We have such stuff as non-sport packs from Canada, the OP Cheese. We have the Greek Freak. We have money from around the world. We have lira. We have yen. We have francs, we have pounds, we have Deutschmarks, we have all kinds of cool stuff like that. We even have some cooler things like Japanese women wrestlers and OPC baseball cards where I cannot read the back. We even have unopened material like the royal family, I know it's backwards, from London, England. Thank you for watching. Back to Freddie.
Appreciate you there, Steve, and the support you give to our channel, and in turn, we support Steve Rademacher. It is going to be coming to bat here for the Hawks in their 5th inning. It'll be Kurihara, Masuda, and Momori. So they will get things going here. 65 pitches for the right-hander Carter Stewart through his 4 innings of work, a little bit more than probably he wants to be at. The defensive help there certainly was good. He's having a discussion with the interpreter and Takuya Kai. On the flip side, through 4 innings of work for Miyagi, he's at 48 pitches. As he begins the 5th inning here, the first pitch is a breaking ball that is waved at and missed. The count is quickly 0-1 to Kurihara. Kurihara is 0 for 1 tonight. He had flown out to left field his first time up. Our friend Lewis says, not a big deal. I always can't remember sometimes if it's Lewis or Louis. And I don't mean it out of disrespect. It's like tomato or tomato, depending upon where you're from. But we'll say it a little bit different. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. And there is a fastball taken for a called strike. The count now goes to 1-2 on Kurihara. Lefty Miyagi ready to go back to work again as he gets his sign and now delivers. It's a fastball taken for a called third strike. Oh, Kurihara stood there like the house by the side of the road and watched that one go by. as he is going to be retired for out number 1. So 1 up and 1 away. That is going to bring up the right fielder, Masuda. Well, for Masuda, he is 0 for 1 tonight. He grounded to the shortstop his first time up. He takes a slow breaking ball from Miyagi down for a ball, and the count is 1-0. That last pitch floated in at 90 kilometers an hour. Or by my books, that would be approximately 54 miles an hour. So there's a fastball that comes in for a called strike, and the count goes even to 1-1. Masuda batting 167 now on the year. Here's the pitch. It is a fastball that just misses low. 2 balls and 1 strike to Masuda. Good job there by the catcher Wakatsuki to try to frame the pitch. There's a fastball that misses down, and the count now goes to 3-1. I was thinking this earlier in the ball game. There was a quote. I'm going to have to pull it up. It was about Greg Maddux, the former pitcher, obviously probably most known with the Braves, but also pitched with the Padres and the Cubs and amongst other teams. There's a fastball that misses up and away, and that's going to be ball 4 to Masuda. He is aboard with a 1-out walk, and that'll bring up the second baseman, Masaki Momori. Our friend Shotgun Shell says, "Hey, Louie, have you seen the movie Jackie Brown?" Can't say I've seen the movie Jackie Brown, so not sure what Shotgun Shell's got for us there. So Momori stepping to the plate. He is 0 for 1 tonight. He has popped out to the third baseman his first time up. He waves through a breaking ball for strike number 1, and the count is 0-1 to Momori. So no balls and 1 strike. As the lefty gets his sign from his catcher, and he's ready to go back to work. He works set to the belt. Checks the runner at first and now delivers. It is a breaking ball swung on. It is going to be looped just over the head of the second baseman. It's going to get down into center field. Gibbo does a nice job of decoying to try to hold the runner for protect them from going first to third. The ball was hit shallow into center field, but the way that the second baseman Gibbo played it, it was like he was almost going to make the catch. And he had no chance at it, but he was able to keep that runner from advancing over to third. So it'll be runners at first and second with 1 gone. That's going to bring up the catcher, Takuya Kai. It's only the 4th hit of the night by the Hawks. Now each team has 4 in the books. So the lefty Miyagi delivers. It's a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into straightaway center field. Moving back onto the warning track and looking up, and this one is gone. A 3-run homer off the bat at Takuya Kai to straightaway center field. As Kenta Imamiya's home run was unexpected in the 4th inning, this one here has got to be about the same. That's going to give Carter Stewart a 3-run lead to work with. High fives all the way around as Takuya Kai deposits that fly ball into straightaway center field. It was interesting. The center fielder for the Buffaloes, Kai Nakagawa, was racing back, and then he slammed on the brakes where it looked like he was going to read it off the wall. Instead, that ball just kept carrying and carrying and carrying as it went right out into center field just below the camera well. So a 3-run shot for Kai. Now have the Hawks out in front here at 4-1, and our friend Shotgun Shell at 6.5 doesn't look so good. There's a breaking ball that's taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1 to Makihara. Those of you who walked in a little bit late, our friend Shotgun Shell said he put some money down at the under 6.5 as that ball is a breaking ball chopped foul over on the first base side. Count is now 0-2. It could still come through, but going to be pretty tight now to do it. You've got only one run, which you'll be able to play with here from this point on. Here's the 0-2 offering. It is a breaking ball swung on and missed. It is blocked by the catcher. Wakatsuki. He's going to have to throw it to first. That's going to go in the books as a strikeout, 2-3 for the second out of the inning, and that's going to leave it all up to the shortstop, Kenta Imamiya. Well, for Imamiya tonight, he is 2 for 2. He's got a double and a home run to his name. It was his last at bat that he opened up the scoring for the Hawks with a ball deposited into the second deck. The first pitch to Imamiya is a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike. The count is 0-1. Just as a reminder, after the bottom of the fifth inning, we will take a timeout here, as they do have what we like to call the Japanese halftime. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball that misses down, and the count goes even to 1-1. That's where they take an extended break and come out and manicure the field before they resume the action. So here comes the 1-1 pitch. As Miyagi kicks and delivers, it's a fastball taken at the knees for a called strike. The count goes to 1-2 on Imamiya. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Miyagi gets his sign from Wakatsuki. He's ready to go back to work. Here's the pitch. It's a breaking ball swung on and missed. And Imamiya is down on strikes for the third out of the inning. Well, Miyagi strikes out the side. The problem is he also allowed a 3-run homer to take place on the in-between. There was 3 runs in the inning on the benefit of 2 hits. There was no errors, and there were nobody left aboard. We're now moving to the bottom of the fifth inning. Your score is the Hawks 4 and the Buffaloes 1. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be back in just a few with all the action right after this. We've got a 4-1 ball game for the Hawks in Osaka. We'll be back here in just a few. Appreciate you guys for being here with us. Welcome back, everybody. We are moving now to the bottom half of the fifth inning. It's going to be the 9, 1, and 2 hitters to come to face Carter Stewart in the Buffaloes half of the fifth. Sho Gibbo striding to the plate. He's a 1 for 1 tonight. He had a single in his only time up. There's a breaking ball that misses upstairs for ball 1, and the count is 1-0. As a reminder, it is our Japanese halftime at the end of this half inning. We will take a little extended timeout for ourselves to get the hot coffee and tea going. So there's a fastball that misses down, and the count is now 2-0. I started saying the last half, or a couple innings ago, this is the time that Carter Stewart's got to come up and put up a 0. Your team has just got you 3 runs. You need to come right back with a 0 in this inning. And there's a fastball that misses up and away, and the count goes to 3-0. Very similar to the way this game, or the way this inning started the last half inning. As he walked the leadoff hitter on 4 pitches, there's a fastball taken for a called strike. The count now is 3-1. I'm starting to say in the last half inning, Greg Maddux, who had pitched with the Braves, there was a statistic, and I'll have to find it. And there is a fastball swung on and missed. The count now goes to 3-2. And the stat is that he had gone to 3 balls and no strikes on, I think it was like 307 or 310 hitters. And of those, 117 of those were intentionally walked. There's a fastball swung on and missed, and Gibbo is down on strikes for the first out of the inning. So 1 up and 1 away, and that'll bring up the top of the order in Tokumasa Chano. Anyways, the point being is that they were saying about he only walked basically about 200 batters his entire career after he went 3 balls and no strikes to them. Here's the pitch. It's a breaking ball that misses down, but they say that Chano went around, and that's going to run the count to 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike to the left-handed hitting right fielder for the Buffaloes. We get the look at the replay. Not so sure about that one. There's a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count now goes to 0-2 on Chano. There's the pitch. It's a fastball. Swung on it, is popped up over on the third base side. Coming out on it is Kai. Moving in on it is Kurihara, and it's going to be Kai who makes the catch. That's going to retire Chano for the second out of the inning. So 2 gone here, and that's going to bring up the third baseman, Yumamune. Our friend Lewis says he lost his internet. And then when he came back, he missed the 3 runs. It was a 3-run shot by Takuya Kai. A little bit unexpected at our end. As we said, that's somebody that I don't necessarily always see in terms of being an offensive threat. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball swung on. This ball is going to be lined to the left field. It's going to get down for a base hit. That's going to be the second hit of the ball game for Mune. He's now got a single to go with a double that he had earlier on. He also had scored a run, and that's going to bring up the center fielder in Kai Nakagawa. As Lewis is with us here, I could tell you the other night we lost the internet in the 4th inning. We lost an entire inning. I don't know if it was the provider that had to do a full reset. That's the way it goes. So Carter Stewart ready to go back to work again. The runner at first is Mune with 2 gone. Here's the pitch to Nakagawa. It's a breaking ball that misses down for ball 1. The count is 1-0. So 1 ball and no strikes. Right-hander against right-hander. Stewart ready to go again. He gets the sign from his catcher, Kai. As he holds set to the belt, now he delivers. It's a breaking ball that pours in for a called strike, and the count goes even to 1-1. Nakagawa tonight has been on base twice. He reached on an error in the first inning, had a single in the third. Here comes the 1-1. It's a fastball swung on. It is grounded over to third, fielded by the third baseman, Kurihara, who throws to first, and that is going to do it. It's a ground out 5-3 to end the inning. And they got no runs. There was a hit, no error, and there was 1 runner left aboard. We're now through 5 complete. Your score is the Hawks 4 and the Buffaloes 1. Lewis says he was watching the live stream on catch-up for that, and it was brutal. Absolutely correct. It was out of our control. But that is the way it goes sometimes when you're at the mercy of the internet. Well, we're going to go to our Japanese halftime, as we call it. We're going to have an extended break. We're going to go get ourselves a fresh cup of tea. It is Earl Grey on the docket tonight. Hang tight, everybody. We'll put the music on loop, and we'll be back in just a few. 4-1 Hawks as we move to the 6th. Welcome back, everybody, as Miyagi has just completed his warm-up tosses, and we're ready to get going here for the top of the sixth inning. It'll be Kensuke Kondo, Yuki Yanagita, and Akira Nakamura to come to bat here to face the Buffalo's left-hander here. 67 pitches through 5 innings for the lefty. As he kicks and delivers the first pitch fastball, this is swung on as driven to deep center field. Moving back onto the warning track is Nakagawa. He's looking up, and this one is gone. Another home run allowed here by the left-hander Miyagi. This time it is to Kondo on the first pitch of the sixth inning, and the score line now is 5-1 for the Hawks. So Kondo has cashed in our friend Shotgun Shell. There is no longer any room for error here on that 6.5. So Kondo with a solo shot, that's his 13th of the year. He now has 50 RBIs on the year as well. That ball had some legs and it got out in a hurry. There was a first pitch fastball delivered to Yuki Yanagita to take it for a called strike. The count is 0-1. Yanagita 1 for 2 in this one. He has a single and 2 trips. As Miyagi delivers a breaking ball that misses outside, and the count goes to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike it is. Left-hander against the left-hander. Miyagi delivers. It's a fastball that just misses off the outside corner. Count now goes to 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Again, the lefty fires. It is a fastball swung on. This is pulled foul over on the first base side. As Yanagita drops to one knee, it's now going to be 2 balls and 2 strikes. So here comes the 2-2 as the lefty fires. It is a fastball that misses down. Nice stop there by the catcher Wakatsuki. Keeps that ball in front of him. 3 balls and 2 strikes now to Yuki Yanagita. Well, the Buffaloes lost last night, and they're finding themselves behind tonight. There's a pitch from Miyagi that the home plate umpire says was just off the outside corner. He wanted that pitch. That's going to be ball 4 as he is aboard here. And that's going to bring a conference of Buffaloes to the mound as pitching coach is on his way out to have a word with his left-hander. So Yanagita makes his way to first base with that walk, and it'll be Akira Nakamura coming to bat. But we have a conference on the mound. It's now a 5-1 Hawk lead here in the top of the 6th inning. Well, that conference is now over, and we're ready to get back to the action. It's the one thing that I remember when I was coaching in Europe, how the second base umpire or the base umpire, the base umpire would come out and break up the conference on the mound. It was new to me. I had no idea. I was always sometimes waiting for the plate umpire to come out. The base umpire would break it up. There's a fastball that take it for a call and strike, and the count is 0-1 to Nakamura. Especially if you got a few words to say to the home plate umpire. The base umpire is there, and I'm like, I don't want to talk to you. I want to talk to the plate ump. Well, that was like that situation here as the base umpire broke up the conference. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball swung on. This is going to be lifted foul down the left field line. Giving chase is Mune, but he's going to watch it drift into the temporary seating. He's going to run the count now to 0-2. So balls and 2 strikes to the first baseman, Akira Nakamura. Left-hander against the left-hander as Miyagi holds to the set. And now he delivers. It is a breaking ball swung on and missed. Nakamura down on strikes for the first out of the inning. And that is going to bring up the third baseman, Ryoya Kurihara. Miyagi didn't get his first strikeout until the 3rd inning. And then he went on to strike out the side in the 5th around that home run by Takuya Kai. And now with the strikeout here, that's going to give him 6 through 5+ innings. So here's the first pitch to Kurihara. It's a fastball taking it to the east for a called strike. The count is 0-1. Kurihara tonight has flown to left and has struck out looking his 2 trips to the plate. And here's the pitch. It is a fastball swung on, it missed. Count now goes to 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. Lefty Miyagi gets his sign from his catcher Wakatsuki. Here's the 0-2 pitch. There's a fastball that misses down. A nice stop there by Wakatsuki. Runs the count to 1-2. Yanagita doesn't run like he used to. He's got 1 stolen base this year. His best years on the base paths are most likely well behind him. Here's the pitch. It is a fastball swung on. It is grounded over to the right side. Gibbo makes a nice job to get it into the 4-hole, but the throw to first is taken Tongu off the base. Now it's more likely going to go down as an infield single for Kurihara. That is exactly how they're going to rule that. Yanagita is going to advance to second. He had to go really deep into the 4-hole. Did Gibbo. Just to get there was an accomplishment. He slid on his knees, and then he had to make the throw. There was almost a collision at first base. Kurihara slowed up so he wouldn't plow through the first baseman, Tongu. Tongu does a good job to hang on to that throw, because if that ball was missed, it was going to probably go all the way to the backstop behind home plate. Well, that's going to bring up Shu Masuda to the dish. He is officially 0-for-1 in this one, as he takes a fastball inside for ball 1. The count is 1-0. He had walked and scored a run as he came around on the 3-run homer by Kai in the 5th inning. Hawk fans are into it now. They have sensed the tide has turned with that victory last night. Time for them to start a 12-game winning streak. Here comes the 1-0. And the pitch is a fastball that misses inside, and the count now goes to 2-0 on Masuda. So 2 balls and no strikes. Now Yumamune has come in to give some encouragement to his left-hander. So the runner at second is Yanagita. The runner at first is Kurihara. 1 gone here in the top of the 6th inning. Hawks are enjoying a 5-1 lead at the moment. Here comes the pitch. As he kicks and delivers, it's a breaking ball swung on. This ball is grounded to the 6-hole, and it's going to get through as it is just past the glove of the diving shortstop, Noguchi. Sugimoto gets it. He comes up throwing, and that is going to hold the runner at third base, being Yanagita. So a base hit here for Masuda. That's the 2nd time tonight he's been aboard with either a hit or a walk. It's going to advance Yanagita over to third. Kurihara goes to second, and that'll bring up the second baseman, Masaki Momori. That looks like that's going to be it for Masuda tonight, as he has come out of the game for a pinch runner. He's getting high fives all the way around. It looks like it is Tanagawara who has entered the game here. I've seen him over the last few nights in pinch hitting roles or defensive replacement roles. So bases are full of Hawks. Corners are in. The middle is in double play depth. Masaki Momori at the plate. He has a tough one to double up. The first pitch is a fastball that misses down and away for ball 1. The count is 1-0. Momori has 9 stolen bases this year in limited at-bats. He has 105 at-bats. As he bats here from the left side against the left-handed throwing Miyagi. And now he works himself to the set position. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count goes even to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike it is. Mori waggling the bat, waiting here on the offering from the lefty Miyagi. Checks the runner and now delivers. It's a fastball that just misses, and the count now goes to 2-1. There's nowhere to put Mamori, so he's going to have to give him something good to hit here. Bases are full of Hawks. They're looking to try to extend the lead. It's 5-1 now for Fukuoka here in the top of the 6th inning. Miyagi has got himself in some difficulties. So here we go. Here comes the 2-1. There's a fastball swung on it. It's chopped foul right behind home plate. It's going to run the count to 2-2. Mamori. I don't know if I'm Mamori if I would have swung at that one. Pitch looked like it was going to be well outside. But 2 balls and 2 strikes it is now. Miyagi gets the sign from his catcher, Wakatsuki. He works to the set. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball swung on. It's lifted foul over on the third base side. Count remains at 2-2. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. As Mamori here waiting again on Miyagi. Pitch number 90 of the ball game for the left-hander. And it is a fastball taken for a called third strike. Oh, Mamori. He stood there like the house by the side of the road to watch that one go by for the second out of the inning. Not sure what he was expecting, but that sawed the plate right in half. Well, that's going to leave it all up to Takuya Kai. For Kai tonight, he has been the one with the biggest of the blows. There have been 3 home runs tonight for the Hawks. 1 by Imamiya, a solo shot. 1 by Kondo, a solo shot. And a 3-run homer by Takuya Kai in the last half inning. And have the Hawks out to a 5-1 lead. So here comes the first offering from the lefty. It is a breaking ball swung on and missed. Looked like Takuya Kai was wanting to add 4 more RBIs to his total. Kai with 6 homers and 29 runs driven in now on the season. He is enjoying his night tonight. So here comes the 0-1 pitch. Miyagi here ready to deliver. Kicks and he fires. It's a fastball that misses inside, and the count now goes to 1-1 on Kai. So 1 ball and 1 strike. And here's the offering again from Miyagi. It's a breaking ball that misses outside, and the count now goes to 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Runner at third, Yanagita. Runner at second, Kurihara. And the runner at first is Masuda. It's 2 balls and 1 strike here to Kai. I would have to think that this might be the last inning of work for the Buffaloes lefty. Here's the pitch. It's a breaking ball swung on. This ball is lifted into deep left field. Drifting back on it is Sugimoto, and he makes the catch in front of the warning track. And that is going to do it as Kai is retired for the 3rd out of the inning. But they get another run in the inning to the Hawks on a solo shot by Kensuke Kondo. And there was, in the inning, there was 1 run on 3 hits. There was no errors, and there were 3 runners left aboard. Your score as we move to the bottom of the 6th inning. It is the Hawks 5 and the Buffaloes 1. Stay tuned, everybody. We'll be back in just a few with all the action right after this. Appreciate you guys all for being with us. It was Takuya Kai's night tonight, that is for sure. That 3-run homer in the last half inning. We'll be right back after this. Welcome back, everybody. We've got the hobbyist checking in here. It is a 5-1 ball game now for the Hawks over the Buffaloes as we are moving to the bottom of the 6th inning. We welcome the hobbyist to the stream. I think it would be kind of entertaining to hear the hobbyist who is joining us tonight call a couple of games. In fact, I can't wait to see you open up a Japanese baseball card pack. I understand that you've got one that you're going to crack, and I can't wait to hear give us the names. That would be the best part. But the best part isn't because of the names of how he does it. It would be that southern drawl we would have to listen to, and I think that would be an absolute thing of beauty. The first pitch delivered to Leandro Cedeno is a breaking ball that drops in for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. Carter Stewart on the mound still here, delivers a fastball that bounces up to the plate, and the count goes even at 1. It'll be Cedeno, Tongu, and Sugimoto, the heart of the Buffalo batting order here. Friend Shotgun Shell says putting Kai up in between innings hurt his feelings. There's a fastball that swung on and tapped foul over behind home plate, and the count is now 1-2. I was just thinking about what I'm going to do next year. And probably looking at when I do it, I will do it at the beginning of the year as we have the musical sounds in between with the players. We don't have a whole ton of guys. I think I'd like to have at least one of every potential starter. There's a fastball that swung on it, is taken on one hop by the second baseman, Mamori. He throws to first. Cedeno is going to be retired on a ground out 4-3, but that ball was hit hard on a one hop right to the second baseman. Good swing there by the big fella. So one gone, and that is going to bring up the first baseman, Yumatangu. Hobbyist says he can't wait either, but thing of beauty might be a stretch. Well, it could be high-end entertainment nonetheless. Here's the first offering from Stewart. It is a breaking ball that just misses for ball 1, and the count is 1-0 to Tongu. 83 pitches now here for Stewart in the 6th inning. He might even be able to squeeze another inning out of him. As the right-hander delivers, it is a fastball that misses upstairs, and the count now is 2-0. I will say this, the last pitch poured in at 97 miles an hour, so Stewart hasn't lost anything here in the 6th inning. Our friend the hobbyist likes his Atlanta Braves, as he likes his Atlanta Braves, and of course he also likes Mike Schmidt too. There's a breaking ball that's taken for a called strike. The count is now 2-1. He may or may not recall that this is the Carter Stewart that the Braves drafted in the first round. And they didn't sign him, and he ended up over in Japan. There's a fastball that misses upstairs. It's now 3-1 strike. Had this conversation with a buddy of mine. Stewart got the money that he would have got from the Braves by signing with Fukuoka. There's a fastball swung on it, is popped up foul. It's going to reach the seats behind home plate. Going to run the count to 3-2. But the difference is once he serves his 6 years in Japan, he can come back to North America, sign with anybody he wants. No posting fee. That's what Scott Boras had arranged for him, as he is a Boras client. Here's the 3-2. It's a fastball swung on. This ball is lined into right field. It's going to get down for a base hit. It's into the corner. Cutting it off is the right fielder, Tanagawara. And he fires it back into the infield. That's going to hold Yumatangu to a long single. So Tongu aboard with a single here, and that will bring up the left fielder, Yataro Sugimoto. Well, for Sugimoto, he is officially 0 for 1 tonight. He had a walk his last time up. He's also flown to right field. Tongu establishes lead over at first base. Sugimoto waggling the bat. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball that misses down for a ball, and the count is 1-0 to Sugimoto. So 1 ball and no strikes. Right-hander against the right-hander. Stewart working from the stretch. Kicks and delivers. There is a split finger pitch that swung on and missed, and the count now goes even to 1-1. Friend, the hobbyist, is a Braves fan. I think the Braves are going to go back to the World Series this year again. I don't know if they'll win it, but I do think the Braves are going to make their journey back to the World Series. There's a fastball that swung on. This is lifted foul down the right field line. It's going to run the count a 1-2 on Sugimoto. Firmly believe that. I like their offense. I like their defense. I like their pitching. They made a couple of trades this week to get some bullpen help. Here's the pitch. It's a breaking ball that swung on and fouled away. Count remains a 1-2 to Sugimoto. Friend, the hobbyist, says bring back the 90s. Now, you don't want to bring back the 90s because you only got one World Series championship out of all that run. You were the bridesmaid a number of times. But what you want to do is you want to bring back the 2021 season. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball that misses down and away, and the count now goes to 2-2 on Sugimoto. That 2021 season, absolutely incredible when you think about Ronald Acuna Jr. out for the year. Christian Pache was supposed to be a part of that outfield. Marcelo Zuna, another one that was supposed to be part of that outfield. And all three of those starting outfielders, not one of them, were in the outfield in the World Series. Here's the pitch. It's a breaking ball swung on. It is lifted into deep left center field, but there's room and space. Moving over underneath it and making the catch is the center fielder Makihara, and that is going to retire Sugimoto for the second out of the inning. So 2 away, and that's going to leave it up to the shortstop Tomoya Noguchi. Well, for Noguchi, he is 0 for 2 tonight. He has struck out, and he has lined into a double play. Bats here with 2 gone and a runner at first in the 6th inning. Just wondering, this may be the end of the line for Stewart as well. This is going to be pitch number 95 of the ball game. See if he can finish strong. Here comes the offering, and it is a breaking ball that just misses upstairs for ball 1. The count is 1-0 to Noguchi. Noguchi had struck out his first time up before lining into that double play. Batting from the left side against the right-handed throwing Carter Stewart. Here's the pitch. It's a breaking ball that drops in for a call and strike, and the count now runs even at 1-1. 1 ball and 1 strike it is. Stewart gets his sign, and now he works set. Here comes the 1-1 pitch. That's a fastball that is swung on and missed. It's going to run the count now to 1-2 on Noguchi. Stewart ready to go back again. As he gets himself a new baseball, rubs it up. Here comes pitch number 98. Umatangu, the runner at first, as he had singled earlier in the inning. And the pitch. It's a breaking ball that is swung on and lifted foul over on the third base side, just beyond the temporary seating. So 1-2 to Noguchi. Mental note is don't sit in the temporary seating area. There's some balls that can get missiled in there. Really keep your wits about you, especially when you got people in front of you. Here's the 1-2. Breaking ball swung on. It is lifted foul down the right field line. That ball is going to reach the seats some 30 to 40 rows back, but he had pulled it, did Noguchi. So 1 ball and 2 strikes here to the starting shortstop tonight for the Buffaloes. So here comes the 1-2 pitch. As the right-hander Stewart sets and delivers. It's a fastball that misses down. The count now goes to 2-2. That was pretty close to being a balk. I don't think I've ever once seen a balk in the Japanese league. In the 3 years we've been doing games, I can't remember seeing one. There might have been, but I don't remember seeing it. Here's the 2-2 pitch. It's a breaking ball that just misses outside. Stewart was bouncing off the mound thinking that he was going to be called third strike. Not so fast, young Carter. So we get the replay of it. I'm not sure if it was up or if it was out, or if it was both. So 3-2 here. The runner will be on the move when Stewart delivers to the plate. Here's the pitch. It is a split-finger pitch, swung on and missed. Noguchi down on strikes for out number 3, and that is going to do it here for the Buffaloes in their half of the 6th inning. No runs, a hit, no errors, 1 runner left aboard. We're now through 6 complete. Your score is the Hawks 5 and the Buffaloes 1. The Buffaloes are going to the bullpen as the manager Nakajima has come out to inform the umpire there will be a change, and we'll be back here in just a few after this. Appreciate you guys for being here with us today. Here is our friend Matt.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. Hey, I hope you guys have been enjoying the game. My name is Hollis. I've got a YouTube channel called Another Hollis Build. I love baseball cards. I open up brand new product for you guys. I open up old stuff. I do breaks. I do auctions. All kinds of stuff concerning baseball. I'm Friars faithful, Padres to the end. I also love Garbage Pail Kids and my animals. I have a ton of animals. It's like a mini petting zoo here around my house. I also love my city. San Diego, baby. I'll take you all around the city and show you what's up. If you guys dig stuff like that, cruise on over and check it out. It's Another Hollis Build. If you dig it, subscribe. I'd really appreciate to have more follow me along on the journey. Hey, either way, you guys have a wonderful day or a beautiful, beautiful evening. No matter which one it is, make sure that you make it great, my friends. Big up Last Raps Baseball. Yeah, Freddie, let's go. One love and peace. Yeah, man.
Appreciate you there, Matt. And it is going to be the top of the 7th inning, and we are going to have a pitching change as the Buffaloes have gone to the bullpen. We'll get you caught up on that as we can here in just a moment or so. It is going to be a right-hander. And this is going to be a number 56, and that means it's going to be Kokita coming into the ball game. This is Atsuya Kogita. We've seen him pitch earlier this year, and he got roughed up a little bit. But he has had himself a pretty good season to this point. So we'll see how this is going to play out. So Atsuya Kogita on the hill here. He's going to be making his 22nd appearance. He's got 1 win and no losses. He has pitched in 27 innings. He's allowed 21 hits. He's walked 7 and struck out 18, and he's got a sparkling ERA of 2. I think we have seen a few of the runs that he has given up this year. Not all his fault, though, as he's allowed 10, but 6 have been earned. So Kogita on here in relief. He is going to get the top of the order in Makihara, Imamiya, and Kondo. So here comes the first offering. As the right-hander kicks and delivers, it is a fastball swung on and tap foul behind home plate. Count is quickly 0-1 to Makihara. Out-of-town scoreboard around the NPB tonight. Other games in the Pacific League. It is a 4-1 ball game for the Senaba Cebu Lions over the Chibalote Marines. Fighters looking to break their 13-game losing streak as there's a fastball swung on, is grounded over to first, flipped over to the pitcher covering. And that is going to retire Makihara. That's going to go down as a ground out 3-1 for the first out of the inning. That is going to bring up the shortstop Kenta Imamiya. Quickly get you caught up on those other scores. 2-0 for the Fighters over the Eagles. That is in the bottom of the 6th inning. Central League action. The Carp are winning over the Swallows 4-3. That's in the top of the 5th. 5-3 now for the Giants over the Tigers. That's at the Cochin. That's in the top of the 6th inning. There's a fastball swung on. This is lifted foul down the first base line into the seats, and the count is quickly 0-1 to Imamiya. 3-0 for the Dragons over the Bay Stars. That's in the bottom of the 5th inning. And that gets you caught up to speed on the out-of-town scoreboard. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. As Kogita kicks and delivers, it's a breaking ball swung on. It is tapped slowly back to the pitcher. Kogita fields it He flips it underhand to first. That's now going to go down as a ground out 1-3. So he is retiring Imamiya for the second out of the inning. And now that's going to bring up the left fielder, Kazuki Kondo. Well, for Kondo tonight, he is officially 1 for 3. He's got a home run in 3 trips. He's also struck out and flown out to left field. So here comes the first offering from the righty Kagita, who rocks into the windup. And now he kicks and he fires. It's a breaking ball that misses down for ball 1, and the count is 1-0. So Kondo 1 for 3 on the day today. 13 homers and 50 RBIs now for the Fukuoka left fielder. Based on what we see, we might see Carter Stewart for another inning. That's the look of a man who's coming back out. There's a fastball taken for a called strike. The count now is even at 1-1. 1 ball and 1 strike. Wind up. And here's the pitch. It's a fastball that just misses down and in. Counts down 2-1. How many times over the course of a game you got an opportunity to close out a team 1-2-3 and you can't quite do it? They squander a hit or a walk or something. Here's the 2-1 pitch. There's a breaking ball swung on. It is grounded over to the right side. Fielded by the first baseman, who flips it to the pitcher covering. Oh, those 2 players are in on all the action here. It's going to go down as a ground out 3-1 for the third out of the inning. So that's how the inning started, how it finishes, and on the in-between, it was a ground ball to the pitcher. Well, we've got Fujimoto, who has made his way out. Maybe it is going to be the end of the line for Stewart. We'll let you know when we come back. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left the board for the Hawks. Your score as we move to the bottom of the 7th, 5-1 Fukuoka over Orix. We'll be back here in just a couple moments. Appreciate everybody for listening in with us tonight. Here is our friend Steve.
Hello, guys. Thank you for joining Freddie here on his baseball game. And I'm Steve Rademacher, and my channel is really all about everybody, including all my international friends. We have such stuff as non-sport packs from Canada, the OP Cheese. We have the Greek Freak. We have money from around the world. We have Lira. We have Yen. We have francs, we have pounds, we have Deutschmarks, we have all kinds of cool stuff like that. We even have some cooler things like Japanese women wrestlers and OPC baseball cards where I cannot read the back. We even have unopened material like the royal family, I know it's backwards, from London, England. Thank you for watching. Back to Freddie.
Welcome back, everybody. Our friend the hobbyist is tapping out for the day, and we appreciate Chris for being here with us. Thank you, as always, for your support. And don't forget, we want to hear that southern drawl calling out Japanese names when you open those packs of cards. Well, it is going to be the 8, 9, and 1 batters to come to bat here for the Buffaloes in their half of the 7th. That means Kenya Wakatsuki, Shon Gibbo, and the top of the order, Takamasa Chano, scheduled to come to bat. 5, 8, and 1 is the line score for the Hawks. 1, 6, and 0 for the Buffaloes. As we are cruising here, we're going to get a pitching change as well for the Fukuoka Ball Club as they are turning it over to a right-hander. We'll get you the specs on this fella here in just a moment. This is going to be Fuji, who is coming on in a relief. So Koya Fuji, who we have seen this year, he has made some starts. Getting a look at out of the pen, certainly with the All-Star break and then the short order of some of the games, he's probably getting himself a maintenance inning here or so to keep himself sharp. He is on in relief. He's got a 5-3 record this year. He's worked in 9 games. He has 46 innings pitched, 32 hits allowed. He's walked 22 and has struck out 52. If I remember correctly, I remember we were watching a game and he had an oblique strain. And he left the ball game. It did Fuji. So we're not sure how many more outings he has had since then. But this is the First time I've seen him out of the bullpen this year. So no balls and 1 strike to Wakatsuki. As the right-hander works to the set and now delivers. It's a breaking ball that misses down, and the count now goes even at 1-1. So Koya Fuji on in relief here of Carter Stewart. And our friend Shotgun Shell, we're hanging in here on that below 6.5. So there's a fastball that misses down, and the count now goes to 2-1. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball that misses down. It's now 3-1 to Wakatsuki. You don't want to walk the leadoff guy. Fuji, as we said before, I think it was a oblique strain that he had. So I don't recall if he's had any other tune-ups outside of this since his return. Here's the 3-1. It's a fastball that misses in, and that's going to be ball 4. So Wakatsuki's aboard with a leadoff walk here in the 7th inning. That's going to bring up the second baseman, Sho Gibbo. And sometimes that happens. You come back from an injury or you come back from some time off and there's some rust. As we said, Fuji has been pretty good this year. The former Hiroshima Carp had 22 walks in his 46 innings, maybe a little bit more than one would care to see. From the hobbyist says, I don't think Wakatsuki is a great baseball name. There's a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. You may have a point there. Runner at first is Wakatsuki. Sho Gibbo here at the plate. He is 1 for 2 in this one tonight. Pitch is a fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count goes even. Check that. The count goes to 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. Takamasa Chano waits his turn on deck. Our friend God is Great says it sounds like a marriage. After injury from the wife, you come back. There you go. Here's the 0-2 pitch. It's a breaking ball taken for a called third strike. Gibbo stood there like the house by the side of the road. He watched it go by for out number 1, and that's going to bring up the top of the order in Takamasa Chano. It was a knee buckler for sure. Fuji was able to deliver it. Now they got to try to see if they can induce a double play ball here. Appreciate the hobbyist for popping in. You have a great day too, Chris. Look forward to seeing you again soon. So here comes the first offering to Chano. As the right-hander delivers a breaking ball that's taken for a strike, it squirts away from the catcher Takuya Kai, but fortunately for the Hawks, the runner Wakatsuki held his ground. He didn't try to advance. So no balls and 1 strike to Chano. So Fuji ready to go again. He gets the sign from his catcher Kai. He checks the runner at first. And now he holds set. Here's the pitch. It's a breaking ball swung on. It is chopped softly over to second. Fielded by Mawari. They throw to first. And that is going to retire the runner Chano. That's going to go down as a ground out. 4-3. It was an awkward play because the base runner Wakatsuki had cut right in front of the fielder. Good piece of base running by him to at least allow or potentially allow the opportunity to stay out of a double play, which they were able to do. So 2 gone here, and that's going to bring up Yuma Mune to the plate. For Mune, he's got a single and a double tonight. He's also struck out looking. So 2 for 3 in this one for the Buffalo's third baseman. Right-hander Fuji leans in. He gets the sign from his catcher as Mune waggles the bat. Here comes the first offering. It is a fastball taken at the knees for a called strike. The count is 0-1. This is the guy one would think you'll want to get right here. Base hit here to the outfield could and should score a run. Here comes the 0-1 pitch. As Fuji delivers, it's a fastball down, and it's a nice stop there by the catcher, Kai. Runs the count even at 1-1. The only thing we got left in on this one is our friend Shotgun Shell, if we're going to make it under 6.5. Getting into the deep water here as we're in the bottom half of the 7th inning. Iwamune here with a 1-1 count and 2 away. And here comes the pitch. There's a fastball that misses down and in. Another nice stop by Kai. Kai earning his money here tonight, defensively and offensively. Probably giving the Hawks more than what they're paying him worth. Crowd is in full form now as they're cheering their Buffaloes on. Here comes the 2-1 pitch. Fuji delivers. It's a breaking ball. It's taken for a called strike. Count now goes even to 2-2. I have to say that was a really good pitch by Fuji. That was a knee buckler for Mune. Looked like it fell right off the table. Mune didn't like the call. That wasn't the worst call we've seen all day today. So here comes the 2-2 pitch. Fuji delivers. It's a fastball that just misses off the outside corner. Oh, that pitch looked a little bit better than the one before. We'll look at the replay on that one, but you got to give the home plate umpire credit. Pitch was off the outside corner. Here comes the 3-2 pitch as Fuji gets his sign from his catcher as he works from the stretch position. They do take a long time here. The right-hander ready to deliver. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball that misses down. It's going to be ball 4. And Mune is going to get himself a walk. That's 2 walks in the inning allowed here by the right-hander Fuji. The leadoff walk to Wakatsuki and now the walk to Mune. That's going to bring the pitching coach out to the mound. He wants to have a word with his right-hander. Shotgun Shell says he never met an umpire he liked. It's sort of like the old saying, a good criminal is a dead criminal or something like that. Maybe a good umpire is a dead umpire in the eyes of Shotgun Shell. While that conference is over, they got runners at first and second, do the Buffaloes, and it's going to bring up to the plate Kai Nakagawa, who has been on base a couple of times tonight. He's had a single in 3 trips. He's also reached on an error, and he has grounded out. He's got a chance here to deliver a base hit to extend the lead for the Buffaloes. So here you go. Here comes the offering. As the right-hander Fuji is just taking forever. There's a fastball swung on and fouled away. The count is quickly 0-1 to Nakagawa. I have to get my stopwatch out here again because it is just excruciatingly painful to see how slow Fuji is working here with runners on base. You don't have to worry about a pitch clock violation here. or at least a hitting one if you were playing in Major League Baseball. These guys here would be exceeding the clocks. There's a fastball swung on, his chop softly back to the pitcher. Oh, Fuji had some trouble coming up with it, but he's able to field it and flip it underhand to first. That's going to retire Nakagawa on a ground out 1-3. That will do it here in the 7th inning for the Buffaloes. Well, they had no runs in the inning. They did have a hit. There were no errors, and there were 2 runners left aboard. We are now moving to the top of the 8th inning. Your score is the Hawks 5 and the Buffaloes 1. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be back with the call in just a couple moments. Appreciate you guys all for being with us tonight. Here is our friend Matt.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. Hey, I hope you guys have been enjoying the game. My name is Hollis. I've got a YouTube channel called Another Hollis Build. I love baseball cards. I open up brand new product for you guys. I open up old stuff. I do breaks. I do auctions. All kinds of stuff concerning baseball. I'm Friars faithful, Padres to the end. I also love Garbage Pail Kids and my animals. I have a ton of animals. It's like a mini petting zoo here around my house. I also love my city. San Diego, baby. I'll take you all around the city and show you what's up. If you guys dig stuff like that, cruise on over and check it out. It's Another Hollis Build. If you dig it, subscribe. I'd really appreciate to have more follow me along on the journey. Hey, either way, you guys have a wonderful day or a beautiful, beautiful evening. No matter which one it is, make sure that you make it great, my friends. Big up Last Raps Baseball. Yeah, Freddie, let's go. One love and peace. Yeah, man.
Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be the top of the 8th inning. It'll be the heart of the order coming up to bat for the Hawks. Yanagita, Nakamura, and Kurihara are the scheduled hitters here in the 8th inning. We'll see what the Hawks brass have in their bags of toys. See if they're going to make any substitutions or any changes. This ball game here is, I would say, kind of got to a point where we've got a sticking point here. It's a little bit of a dragger right now. And the sad part about it is it's a 5-1 ball game. It's not like there's been tons of traffic on the base paths, only in a couple innings here. This ball game here has been a tight one for sure. We may see another inning of Fuji. We'll have to wait and see here. Curious to see if they're going to bring him back out for a second one. If they do, it's got to get rid of the walk totals. That is for sure. Well, we have a new pitcher now on for the Buffaloes, as they are going to be going to their bullpen again. It is going to be the left-hander. This is going to be Nobuyushi Yamada. So Yamada is making his 16th appearance of the year. He's worked 15 in the 3rd innings. He's given up 12 hits. He's walked 2 and struck out 13. He's got an ERA of 1.76 right now. Does Yamada. There's a fastball swung on it. Is grounded over to the left side. Diving play by Mune. He picks it up. He throws to first. It's not going to be in time. The wheels of Yanagita able to beat it out. He's going to have himself an infield single, but that's highlights all the way around. Great play by Yuma Mune to dive into the 6-hole to have to make the play. Got to his feet. As he got to his feet, he fired it on one hop over to first. Yanagita looked like he was safe there. So fantastic play there by Mune, but just not good enough to get the speedy Yanagita. Well, that is going to bring up the first baseman, Akira Nakamura. For Nakamura tonight, he is 0 for 3. He's grounded into a double play. He's popped to short, and he has struck out. Looking to get on base for the first time here this evening. He's batting .284 on the year. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball that misses down and in for ball 1, and the count is 1-0 to Nakamura. Our friend Stash in the house again tonight. We welcome you. Thanks for popping in here. Some of our East Coast listeners are starting to wake up this morning and join us for the back end of this one. Here comes the 1-0 pitch. As Yamada delivers, it's a fastball swung on. It is lifted into straightaway center field. Moving over now to his right and making the catch is Nakagawa. He fires it back in. It's going to retire Nakamura for the first out of the inning. One gone. That brings up the third baseman, Ryoya Kurihara. If there was ever a chance for a double play, this would be one of those instances right here. Although maybe we have a pinch batter coming in. We actually do. So that is the end of the night for Kurihara. This is going to be number 99. This is going to be Nomura coming to the plate. He bats from the right side against the lefty Yamada. Here comes the first one. This is Isami Nomura. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball that misses inside for ball one. The count is 1-0. So be curious to see what changes they'll make defensively. So 1 ball and no strikes to Nomura. As Yamada gets his sign, he works to the set. The runner at first is Yanagita. Here comes the pitch. And it is a fastball taken for a called strike, and the count goes even to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. And after this half inning, we're going to have to do our version of the 7th inning stretch. We did do it during the 7th inning, and that's probably why we're feeling it. French Shotgun Shell earlier said there's 12 outs. Well, there's actually 11 now. Here comes the pitch. It is a fastball that misses down, and that's going to run the count now. 2 balls and 1 strike. The pace of play here is rather slow. 5-1 the lead for the Hawks. As the Buffaloes find themselves trailing here in the top half of the 8th inning. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball that is swung on and missed. Count goes to 2-2 now on Nomura. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Yamada ready to go back at it. Maybe we should wait for the inning. We should just do our laps in between pitches. Here comes the 2-2. And there was a fastball that misses down, and the count now goes to 3-2. So 3 balls and 2 strikes. Curious to see if they'll put Yanagita in motion here. Sometimes teams will do that with 3 balls and 2 strikes with less than 2 outs to maybe stay out of the double play. It's not going to get any easier as Kanekawara waits his turn on deck. Here's the 3-2. It is a fastball that is swung on. It's going to be lifted foul down the right field line. The count remains at 3-2. After this one is over, we'll give you the full recap of the game, and we'll also look at the out-of-town scoreboard, and then we're going to knock it down. We've got to get some rest in here today, and then a big day for us. Here comes the 3-2. As Yamada delivers, it is a fastball that misses down. It's going to be ball 4. Nomura's got himself a walk. That's going to put runners at first and second, and that's going to bring up the right fielder, Tanagawara, they list him as a catcher. He is in right field. So Kenta Tanagawara in here. He's batting .250 on the season. He's 5 for 20. No homers and an RBI. Batting from the left side here. This is his 33rd game that he's appeared in, the 26-year-old. So here comes the first offering from Yamada. It's a breaking ball swung on and missed. The count is quickly 0-1. So Kenta Tanagawara here in the ball game. So no balls and 1 strike. That's the lefty Yamada ready to go again. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball that catches the inside corner, and the count now goes to 0-2. Not only is Yamada putting us to sleep, he's also putting the hitters to sleep. It looked like the batter, Tanagawara, there wasn't expecting the fastball under the hands. That is indeed what he got. Here comes the 0-2. And he kicks and delivers. It's a breaking ball that misses down. The count goes to 1-2. Our friend Shotgun Shell, we're doing this one here for you tonight too, buddy. We got, unfortunately, we're running out of steam. We have exhausted our coffee. We've exhausted our tea. We're going to have to try to go find something else here to help try to keep us awake here for the last 6 more outs for each team, or at least in this ball game, the last 11 outs of the game. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball swung on it, is grounded foul just past the bag at third base. Oh, if that would have been fair, it would have been trouble. As Yumamune was just a bit out of his range, it's going to keep the count at 1-2. Hawks are looking to add to their lead. They got runners at first and second with 1 gone here in the 8th. Left-hander Yamada ready to go again. He works to the set position. And now he kicks and delivers. There's a fastball that swung on and missed. That is going to retire Tanagawara. He was overmatched there. He's gone for the second out of the inning, and that's going to bring up Masaki Momori. Well, for Momori, he is 1 for 3 tonight. He's singled and scored a run. He's also struck out looking and popped out to third. So he bats here. Here comes the first offering. The lefty Yamada. And here's the pitch. It's a fastball that misses down, and the count now is 1-0 to Momori. Yeah, and is definitely taking his time as Yamada. That's the one thing you notice when the starters are in the game. They've got tempo and pace. They move along quickly. The ball gets into the reliever's hands, and then you never know what's going to happen. Some guys, they work quickly. Some guys, they work slowly. We all know what Yamada works like. So here comes the 1-0 offering. And here comes the 1-0. It's a fastball swung on. This ball is popped up over on the right side. It's playable. It's in foul territory. Underneath it is Tongu. He makes the catch. And that is going to do it here for the Hawks in their half of the inning. Well, Yamada able to wiggle out of a bit of a jam. There was no runs. There was a hit. There were no errors. And there were 2 runners left aboard. We'll be back here in about 60 seconds. We're going to get a little stretch for ourselves, refreshing up our tea. We'll be back with the Buffaloes coming to bat in the bottom of the 8th. Hang tight, everybody. Appreciate you for being with us. We'll be right back after this. Or we'll be right back after that. Some technical stuff here. Here comes our friend Steve.
Hello, guys. Thank you for joining Freddie here on his baseball game. And I'm Steve Rademacher, and my channel is really all about everybody, including all my international friends. We have such stuff as non-sport packs from Canada, the OP Cheese. We have the Greek Freak. We have money from around the world. We have Lira. We have Yen. We have francs. We have pounds. We have Deutschmarks. We have all kinds of cool stuff like that. We even have some cooler things like Japanese women wrestlers and OPC baseball cards where I cannot read the back. We even have unopened material like the royal family, I know it's backwards, from London, England. Thank you for watching. Back to Freddie.
Appreciate you there, Steve. We do have a pitching change for the Hawks. It is going to be a right-hander coming into the ball game. And this is going to be Kaino. It is going to be Hiroshi Kaino as he takes over here. He's going to make his 25th appearance. He's got 1 win and no losses. He has 1 save. He's worked 23 in the third innings. He's allowed 17 hits. He's walked 8 and struck out 24. The 4-year veteran has an ERA of 2.70. So Hiroshi Kaino on in relief. There are a couple defensive changes as well for the Hawks. We'll have to get those for you in a second. But Hiroshi Kaino now on to pitch. He'll be the 3rd pitcher used by the Hawks in this one here tonight. The new 3rd baseman for Fukuoka is going to be number 99, and that is going to be Nomura. He had come in to pinch hit for Ryoya Kurihara, so Isami Nomura in a defensive role. Here's the first pitch to Leandro Cedeno. It's a fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count is quickly 0-1. So no balls and 1 strike. Our friend Shotgun Shell says, do some high knees to the fridge and back. Actually, we went and grabbed ourselves some guacamole-flavored Tostitos. Can only get that in the States. Can't get it up here on our side of the border. Here's a fastball taken for a called strike. The count now goes to 0-2 on Cedeno. Unlike Yamada, Kaino is working quickly, too quickly, in fact, as Cedeno has asked for time and steps out of the batter's box. Now we're ready to go back at it again. Kaino wasting no time. 1 for 3 tonight for Cedeno. He's got a single and an RBI. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball that is swung on and missed. And that is going to retire the big fella here for the first out of the inning. 1 up and 1 away. It's going to bring up the first baseman, Yuma Tongu. Well, for Tongu, he is 1 for 3 tonight. He's got a single and 3 trips. He's also flown to left and flown to right. As Kaino is ready to face Tongu here with 1 gone in the 8th. The first pitch is a fastball that misses low and in, and the count is 1-0. 8 outs to go for Shotgun Shell and his prognostication of an under. As it's 1 ball and no strikes. Here's the offering. It is a fastball that pours in for a called strike, and the count goes even at 1-1. There's one hope. It's the hope that Yamada will not be coming out for the 9th inning. He just works so slow. Here's the 1-1. It's a fastball that just misses low, and the count now goes to 2-1. Nice job by Tongu to be able to hold up on it. Our friend Shotgun Shell says, nice pantry grab. Yeah. I was down in the States last week, and any opportunity I can get the Tostitos habanero or the guacamole, so worth grabbing. There's a fastball that is swung on and a grounded foul over on the third base side. The count now goes to 2-2 on Tongu. So 2 balls and 2 strikes. Right-hander against the right-hander. Kaino ready to deliver. And here's the pitch. It's a fastball that just misses outside. The count now goes to 3-2 on Tongu. After this game is done, we will give you a full recap of this one and also a roundup from around the NPB. Here's the 3-2 pitch. It's a breaking ball swung on and missed. Tongu went fishing for that one. That would have been ball 4, but he swung at that one away. And he has retired for the second out of the inning. That is back-to-back strikeouts here for Kaino. It's going to leave it all up to Yataro Sugimoto. And for Sugimoto, he's officially 0 for 2 tonight. He's got a walk. He's flown to center and flown to right. So here comes the pitch. It's a fastball that bounces up to the plate for ball one, and the count is 1-0. As I mentioned earlier, we won't be on the airwave tomorrow or on for the Friday game, but we are going to do a Saturday and Sunday Japan game. So those will be late Friday and late Saturday North American time. As that fastball misses down and the count goes to 2-0. So if you're around and you want to join us, we'd love to have you. Just had a flash, something from Japan, how they say about how it looks like foreigners are surging in Japan. There's a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into deep right field, moving back on it and in front of the warning track and making the catch is the right fielder Tanegawara, and that will do it here as Sugimoto is gone for the third out of the inning. So no runs in the inning, no hits, no errors, nobody left aboard. We are now moving to the top of the ninth inning. Your score is the Hawks 5 and the Buffaloes 1. We're hanging in here for Shotgun Shell to see if he can get it done. 6 outs to go. Top and bottom of the inning. Hang tight, everybody. We'll be right back after this.
Thank you, Freddie. Appreciate your support and everybody out there. Steve again here, obviously, with the Milwaukee Brewers. Of course, we have Bernie Brewer on my favorite beverage of choice right there, along with a card of Bernie. Yay! Now, we got some special guests here. I'm not just talking about our Hall of Fame lineup. I must be in the front row. Hey, come on there, Robin. I got 3,000 hits. What do you have? Well, I was the all-time saves leader, and I got 1.5 feet on you. Okay, Raleigh, settle down, buddy. Now, none of this could be possible without Harvey's Wallbangers. There's Harvey. And who could forget the Fonz? Hey.
Welcome back, everybody. It is going to be the 9, 1, and 2 hitters to come to bat here, and it is a pitching change. It looks like it is going to be Honda coming in. If that is the case, Hitomi Honda, we saw him in his last action, and he was roughed up badly. So if we can get through Honda here, then their likelihood is that you're probably going to be safe on those runs. But Hitomi Honda is in the ball game. He's going to be the 4th pitcher used. Our friend Shotgun Shell asked if I'm going to be doing any MLB games. We did a bunch last year. The problem is this year we were significantly more busy, as this pandemic looks like it is behind us, thankfully. And so for me in particular, trying to do some of the games, wrapping up with my group here in another couple of days. So I'm going to try to call some during the week, beginning next week in the evenings. Won't be doing any of the late night Japanese games, but we will do the weekend stuff. There's a fastball swung on and missed. The count is quickly 0-1. So are looking to be able to do some nighttime games starting next week. I don't think I'll be able to pull anything off this week unless we do something on Sunday. Here comes the 0-1. There's a fastball swung on. This ball is lined past the shortstop into left center field. It's going to be a base hit for Takuya Kai. He's aboard with a single here to lead it off, and that'll bring up the center fielder Taisi Makihara. I thought about doing a game tomorrow, but the question will be who will we do? Are we going to do the daytime games, which is good? Or are we going to do the nighttime stuff? I also have some relatives that are coming in here, so they're arriving tomorrow, so that'll be a bit of a challenge as well. Although they do enjoy listening into the calls. So here comes the batter to the plate, and this is Makihara. He bunts. It's a good one. It's down, and that's going to move the runner Kai over to second, puts him in scoring position. That goes down as a sacrifice, a 1-4 for the first out here, as Takuya Kai is going to advance over to second base. That'll bring up the shortstop, Kenta Imamiya. So if you're playing for the under at 6.5, if that's what you got in on, it'll be one of those ones. It'll be a bit of a problem. Stash says relatives equal guest commentators. Yeah, I'm not sure about that one. So here comes the offering to Kenta Imamiya. The first pitch on the way. It's a fastball that misses upstairs for ball one. Count is 1-0. Imamiya here tonight. He's got 2 hits in 4 trips. He's got a home run, a double. He has struck out, and he's grounded back to the pitcher. So 1 ball and no strikes. Honda looking to probably try to tighten up some of his work. There's a fastball that misses way upstairs. The count is now 2-0. Now time is called as Wakatsuki goes out to have a word with his right-hander. That conference is over as the home plate umpire wasn't wasting any time. He was heading on out there to break that up if it was going to be broken up at need be. So the righty Honda ready to go again. He gets the sign from his catcher and he works to the set. Checks the runner at second and now delivers. It's a fastball that misses down. That brings it to 3-0. It's Kensuke Kondo who waits his turn on deck. It's not going to get any easier for Honda here. Here comes the 3-0. As he kicks and delivers, it's a fastball that misses way upstairs. That's going to be ball 4. Imamiya is going to be aboard with a 1-out walk. That's going to bring up the left fielder, Kensuke Kondo, and you can see Nakajima in the dugout. I have to tell you, sometimes the Japanese managers, they don't really give you a whole lot with their body language or their facial expressions. But Nakajima is like a book. You can read him a mile away. He is disgusted. So 7 pitches so far for the right-hander here, and 4 of them have been for balls. All 4 of those to Imamiya. So here we go. He's going to face Kensuke Kondo. Shotgun Chell's looking for the rollover double play, and the first pitch is a fastball that swung on and missed. Looked like Kondo wanted to put 3 more runs on the board with that swing of the bat. So no balls and 1 strike to Kensuke Kondo. I wonder what the odds on that 6.5 would be at now. After this one's done, we'll give you the recap and the out-of-town scoreboard. Here's the pitch. Fastball that just misses inside, and the count now goes even to 1-1. Well, that last pitch looked like it was a good one, but not good in the eyes of the umpire. He is the one that matters. This game and the game between the Eagles and the Fighters, the only games that are in the 9th inning, and that game there is all knotted up. The Eagles have come from behind. There's a fastball swung on, and this ball is lifted foul down the third base line. The count goes to 1-2. Trying to tag the 14th consecutive loss on the Fighters, or the Golden Eagles. Shotgun says the over-under is off the board at the moment. Yeah, I would guess so. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. As the righty Honda ready to go and face Kondo. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball swung on. This is going to be lifted foul into the seats down the left field line. And the count remains at 1-2. I think I'm going to be able to get to a couple of games at the Kyocera Dome. One of the games that There's a full series between the Carp and the Giants that are going to be played there. It's a bit strange. The Carp, of course, normally play in Hiroshima, and the Giants typically, or not typically, they play home at the Tokyo Dome. Shotgun Shell says he also has the under 6.5 in the Fighters game. Here's the 1-2 pitch. It's a fastball that misses down, and the count now goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes on Kondo. So 2 balls and 2 strikes it is. As soon as I saw Hitomi Honda lining up, I knew it was not going to be an easy inning here. He has not had the stuff that he had last year. Here's the pitch. It's a fastball that misses off the outside corner. Now that's going to go to 3 balls and 2 strikes. Waiting on deck is Yuki Yanagita. Should Kondo not roll into a double play? He's waggling the bat. Here is Kondo ready on the 3-2 offering. Here comes the payoff pitch. Honda kicks and delivers. It's a fastball, blistered foul down the right field line. Oh boy. That wouldn't have just got 1 run in. That probably would have got 2 runs in. That keeps the count at 3-2 here to Kondo. Hitomi Honda, when he does throw strikes, gets that ball absolutely obliterated. He's thrown 14 pitches, 7 balls, and 7 strikes. Here comes the 3-2 as he checks the runner at second, which is Takuya Kai. And the pitch is on the way. It's a fastball swung on, and this is lifted foul down the left field line. The count remains at 3-2. Now, right now, Kondo is walking around like he is the guy who owns this at bat. He's got a swagger to him right now that if you were putting nickels on it right now, you would put your nickels on him. Here comes the 3-2 pitch. As the right-hander works to the belt, he checks the runner Kai at second. And now he delivers. It's a fastball that misses way upstairs. It's going to be ball 4. Kondo has 1 knee at bat. That's going to advance Kai over to third. It moves Imamiya over to second. That's going to bring the pitching coach out of the dugout on a trot to the mound. It's going to bring Yuki Yanagita to the plate. We have a conference here as Honda has got a case of the yips going on. Back-to-back walks. So 8 of the 16 pitches for balls. Well, you're not going to have a lot of success if that's how you're operating at any level of play. I remember back in the day when we were kids, we used to play a game called Strikeout. It was you and one other player, and you'd paint this square on the wall. You'd have to go out there, and obviously you're trying to strike the other guy out, but that's how you would play. There is a pinch runner as Yukio Shudo is on to run for Kondo. Anyways, the whole premise of the game of Strikeout was it was the you against the other guy. It's touch and feel. You got to be able to work the 4 quadrants of the strike zone. So here's the pitch. It's a fastball that comes inside, almost hits Yanagita. Count is 1-0 to him. How would you like to lose that over under Shotgun Shell on a hit by pitch? Boom. So 1 ball and no strikes as Honda works to the set position. And now he delivers. It's a fastball swung on and tap foul over on the first base side. Count runs even to 1-1. This is the turning into a really long half inning with nothing to show for it yet. So here comes the 1-1 pitch as Yanagita waits on the offering now from Honda. Honda also working really, really slow. Checks the runner, and now the pitch is on the way. It's a fastball swung on. This ball is lined into right field for a base hit. That's going to get down. Cut off by Nakagawa. 1 run is in. Rounding third and heading home is also going to be Imamiya. 2 runs here have cashed in on the RBI. 2-run RBI single here by Yanagita. There goes your over-under, courtesy of Hitomi Honda, who has been roughed up here in the 9th inning. So 2 runners have crossed the plate. It's going to advance the pinch runner, Yukio Shudo, all the way around to third. And the score line is now 7-1 for the Hawks. And that is going to bring up Akira Nakamura. Well, Yuki Yanagita, you could just see that's his 3rd hit of the night. Just kept battling and battling and battling, and there you go. There's a first pitch swung on. It's a fastball popped up over on the right side. They needed that one batter earlier. Moving over underneath it is Tongu, and he's going to make the catch. That's going to retire Nakamura. So just as Yanagita has got 3 hits, Nakamura didn't have any here tonight. He's 0 for 5. And he is gone for the 2nd out of the inning, and that is going to bring up Isami Nomura. It looks like Kawase has come in to run for Yanagita. So they got some changes here. 5-run lead in the 9th. One would think it's going to be fairly tough to try to come from behind and capture that. And here comes the first pitch. It is a split finger pitch swung on and missed. The count is quickly 0-1 to Nomura. No balls and 1 strike. As the right-hander works to the set. Now he delivers. It's a fastball that misses way upstairs. The count goes even to 1-1. So 1 ball and 1 strike. Right-hander against the right-hander. Honda ready to deliver here as Nomura swings and misses, and the count now goes to 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes to Isami Nomura. Hawks are looking to close out the 2-game mini sweep here of the Buffaloes. There's a pitch. It's a breaking ball swung on and fouled away. Straight back. The count is going to remain at 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Honda goes down and reaches for the rosin bag. He's ready to go again. Two gone here in the 9th inning. They got 1 run on the board. It is a 7. Check that. 2 runs on the board. A 7-1 lead. And there's a breaking ball taken for a called 3rd strike. Nomura stood there like the house by the side of the road. Watched it go by for out number 3. But the damage has been done in the inning. There was 2 runs in the inning on the benefit of 2 hits. There was no errors, and there were 2 runners left aboard. We are now moving to the bottom of the 9th inning. Your score is the Hawks 7 and the Buffaloes 1. Stick around, everybody. We'll be right back in just a couple moments with all the action. Appreciate you guys for all hanging in here with us tonight. Here is our friend Matt.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Namaste. Hey, I hope you guys have been enjoying the game. My name is Hollis. I've got a YouTube channel called Another Hollis Build. I love baseball cards. I open up brand new product for you guys. I open up old stuff. I do breaks. I do auctions. All kinds of stuff concerning baseball. I'm Friars faithful, Padres to the end. I also love Garbage Pail Kids and my animals. I have a ton of animals. It's like a mini petting zoo here around my house. I also love my city. San Diego, baby. I'll take you all around the city and show you what's up. If you guys dig stuff like that, cruise on over and check it out. It's another Hollis build. If you dig it, subscribe. I'd really appreciate to have more follow me along on the journey. Hey, either way, you guys have a wonderful day or a beautiful, beautiful evening. No matter which one it is, make sure that you make it great, my friends. Big up Last Raps Baseball. Yeah, Freddie, let's go. One love and peace. Yeah, man.
Back, everybody. It is going to be Arata Shino who is coming on in relief. He is going to be taking over here as the fourth pitcher used tonight by the Hawks. So Shino is in, and he is going to be scheduled to face the 7, 8, and 9 batters in the batting order for the Buffaloes. That means Noguchi, Wakatsuki, and Gibbo. For Shino on the year, he's going to be making his third appearance. He has worked 4 innings. He's allowed 2 hits. He's walked 1, and he has struck out 4, and he's got an ERA of 0. So he is on in relief here. He is still completing his warm-up tosses. Yukio Shudo in the ball game, as he has come in as the defensive replacement for Kazuki Kondo. So Tanakwara in right, Shudo in left. The center fielder is still going to be the same, and that is going to be Taisi Makihara, at least right now. So here comes the first offering to Noguchi, and it's a breaking ball that catches the outside corner for a called strike, and the count is 0-1. No balls and 1 strike. We're here in the bottom of the 9th inning, as the Buffaloes are down to their last wraps. There's a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted into deep left field. This ball is going to be off the wall. It's played by Shudo. Here comes the throw into second base, and it's just going to be a little bit offline. It's going to be a leadoff double here for Noguchi, as he is aboard at second base, and that is going to bring up the catcher, Kenya Wakatsuki. Get a look at that pitch. A nice piece of hitting there by Noguchi, as that pitch was on the outside corner, and he stayed inside the ball and went the other way. So he is aboard here with a leadoff double. That's going to bring up Wakatsuki to the plate. Shino ready to go. Our friend Shotgun Shell tapping out. There's a fastball swung on and fouled away, and the count is 0-1. He says the damage is done. Appreciate you being here. Hopefully you'll be able to catch us up on the weekend. He says he got up to the Reds games, and we'll see in a few days or so. And also the countdown to Japan continues. That is for sure. 26 days away. I think it's 25 now, as we are here in the middle of the night. So here's the 1 strike pitch. It's a breaking ball, misses down and away. The count goes to 1-1. Looks like that is that Richard Sunagawa on deck? Nope, that's Teokada on deck. Richard Sunagawa is a Hawk. So they'll empty the bench here as Shogibo's night will be done. There's a breaking ball that is check swing fouled away, and the count now goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes to Wakatsuki. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Wakatsuki 0 for 2 today. He's got a walk to his name. Here's the pitch. It is a fastball that misses down. Actually, it looks like a pinch hitter for Wakatsuki right now. They do a double check on this one. It looks like they've got number 30 in the ball game. This looks like it is Haruka. That's exactly who it is. So they'll make a change behind the plate. Not sure who's going to come in where. So Taishi Haruka on here to pinch hit. There's a breaking ball that misses down. It's now 3-2, and that's going to get away from the catcher, Takuya Kai, and it's going to advance Noguchi. We're going to have to look at that one and see if it's a pass ball or a wild pitch. As Kenta Imamiya comes in to talk briefly with his pitcher. runner at third, nobody out. They'll be trading runs for outs here for sure, I would think. Probably won't even care that he's at third base. Here comes the 3-2. And the pitch is on the way. It's a fastball swung on and fouled away. And the count now is going to remain at 3-2. This game had a pretty decent clip to it early on, and then it just seemed to come to a stall. That's where we're at here. 3 balls and 2 strikes. The pitch is on the way. It's a fastball swung on and missed. And that is going to retire the pinch hitter here for the first out of the inning. So Haruka gone on strikes. And by our books, that is going to bring up the second baseman, Sho Gibbo. But Gibbo was also replaced in the last half inning. To get the update here as to who is getting the at-bats here. It looks like it's going to be T. Okada. As Okada gets set and digs himself in. Okada, 35 years old. Waiting here on the offering. And it's a first pitch fastball that's taken for a called strike. And the count is quickly 0-1. Batting 143 on the season. He's 2 for 14. He's got no homers and 3 runs batted in. Crowd is cheering for their hero, Okada. Here's the pitch. Fastball swung on and missed. Count now goes to 0-2. So no balls and 2 strikes. The crowd is into it here. Cheering their Tigers on here right to the bitter end. That's one thing you notice about the Japanese games. They don't like to leave early. There's a fastball swung on. This ball is lifted down the left field line. The count remains at no balls and 2 strikes. Hanging in for the home stretch here. We're in the bottom of the 9th inning. 1 gone. Runner at third is Noguchi. Buffaloes find themselves down a 6 spot. Here comes the 0-2 to Okada. There's a ball that misses down. It's going to run the count to 1-2. So 1 ball and 2 strikes it is. Here we go. Here comes the 1-2 again. And the pitch is on the way. It's a fastball swung on and missed. They've applied the tag, and that is going to retire T. Okada as he goes down on the strikeout. It looks like they're going to go 2-3 on the putout. I guess he didn't get it. Did Takuya Kai, and that'll leave it all up to the top of the order in Takahasa Chano. Our friend CV says he's still here. Well, CV, thanks for being here because, boy, oh boy, this was a challenging one here tonight. Challenging as it had really slowed up once we got into that last part of the ball game. Here comes the top of the order hitter, Chano, and the first pitch to him is a fastball that misses down for a ball. Well, neither of these bullpens, we haven't seen the best of their bullpens. They've been bringing guys out who've been struggling to throw strikes. The 50% rule is not a good rule to live by. Here comes the 1-0. The pitch is on the way. It's a fastball swung on and missed. Now the count goes to 1-1 on Chano. We do thank everybody who's hung in here with us tonight, that's for sure. Not the biggest crowd we've had in recent weeks, but we have had some folks that are in here chatting it up. Carter Stewart looking to get his first win. There's a breaking ball swung on. It's grounded over to second. Fielded neatly by Mamori. Throws to first, and that is going to do it. And the Hawks are going to get themselves a victory here. There was no runs in the ninth inning. There was a hit. There was no errors, and there was one runner left aboard. We are now moving to your final score, which is a 7-1 ball game for the Hawks. Carter Stewart going to get himself a win. We're going to be right back in just a couple. We'll wrap this one up for you. And then what we'll do is we'll come on back and give you all of the information before we sign off for the night. Hang tight, everybody. 7-1 your final. Hawks over the Buffaloes.
Happy trails to you until we meet again. Happy trails to you. Each smile comes back again. Who cares about the clouds when we're together? Just sing a song and think about sunny weather. Happy trails to you until we meet again.
Welcome back, everybody. We're going to wrap this one up for you here. We'll start off. It was the Buffaloes who got the runs going in the first inning. In the bottom of the first, with one out, Yumamune hit a double. Kai Nakagawa reached on an error by the third baseman, and then up stepped Leandro Cedeno, and he had a ground ball single to left field to knock in the first run of the ball game, which was Yumamune. And then it was all Hawks after that. We flip it over, and it goes to the fourth inning. They used the long ball to their advantage. A leadoff home run in the top of the fourth by Kenta Emamiya tied the score at 1 apiece. In the top of the fifth inning, with one out, it was a walk to Shimasuda and a single by Masaki Mamori, and up stepped Takuya Kai, and he deposited a 3-run homer into straightaway center field. That made the score 4-1. In the sixth inning, Kensuke Kondo led off the inning with a home run. That increased the scoreline to 5-1, and that's how it stood until we got to the ninth inning. And then in the ninth, it was a leadoff single by Takuya Kai, and then he was sacrificed to second, and then Kenta Emamiya walked. And then Kensuke Kondo walked to load the bases. Up stepped Yuki Yanagita, hit a single to center field, knocked in a pair of runs, and that's the way this one was going to end. So your final score is the Hawks 7 and the Buffaloes 1. We'll give you a couple of more little pieces here, and that is the out-of-town scoreboard. We'll look at those games here, and then we're going to sign off for the evening. So really quickly here on the out-of-town scoreboard, in the bottom of the ninth inning, the Eagles are trailing the Fighters 3-2 as the Fighters had scored in the top of the ninth. That game there is in the bottom of the ninth at the Rakuten Mobile Ballpark. In the top of the ninth inning, the Lions have a 5-2 lead over the Chibalote Marines. And then in the games in the Central, it is a 5-3 lead in the bottom of the seventh for the Carp over the Yakult Swallows. But how about this? At the Cochin Stadium in the bottom of the seventh inning, the Tigers have rallied as they've come from behind to take the lead now over the Giants. They are up 8-5. And your other ball game at the Vantolin Dome in Nagoya, it is a 7-0 lead for the Dragons over the Bay Stars. Well, there you have it, everybody. That's your recap and your wrap. Appreciate Lewis in the house here. Also appreciate our friend CV in the house as well, listening to the call. Everybody else, Shotgun Shell, Stash. We also had Titus and the Hobbyist in for a bit. And anybody else I may have missed, I appreciate you guys for stopping in here with us all. All right, everybody, it's been another Last Raps Baseball production. We will see you again on the flip side. It is going to be Friday night and Saturday night for the Saturday and Sunday Japan games that we will do next. Hopefully, you guys will be here with us. Have a great night, everybody.